Ed, I'm so keen for today's game with Chaos Marines. I got all my books, my compendium, my Psychic Awakenings, my codices, my White Dwarf supplements.
Anymore. It's all in here now.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. Don't need these. So keen. Only good news for this book. All right, I've got my favourite model, my Chaos Lord, Combi Melter Power Fist. What are we talking?
Well, you can't take a melter anymore.
What? That's right, man. I've got another Chaos Lord, Jump Pack Twin Lightning Claws. Let's get him in there.
Well, you can't take a jump pack either.
What? How's he supposed to keep up with the Sorcerer? They got jump packs, they go up together, a little combat duo. It's great.
Well, neither can the Sorcerer. No jump pack for him either.
What am I supposed to... That's all right. I've got Terminators, Deep Striking, Combi Melters in the whole unit. They'll drop down, blow something away. Great unit.
Yeah! Well, they can't take combi weapons.
What? What's to go with the book, mate? Come on, give me something.
Well, mutilators are gone.
Let's get this mother crawl!
Good news. G'day everyone, welcome back to Risky Rollers. I'm Dalton and I'm joined by Ed. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me, it's great to be back.
Yeah, no, it's good. We had a great time last time. I'm keen to play it out today. So speaking of which, we've got brand new Chaos Space Marine Codex. Super keen to get into this, a lot of flavour, a lot of great stuff in here. And we've actually, as you'll see, got a second one and we're giving it away. If you want to win it, make sure that you're subscribed, like the video, drop a comment down below with what you're excited about with the new book, and share the video on Facebook and make sure to tag us for your chance to win the gorgeous new CSM book. It's pretty cool. Big thanks to Dice Arcade for supplying the book and also being the official sponsor of Risky Rollers. So hit him up down below for a great discount and for all your miniature needs. Also miniaturescenery.com for great MDF scenery and model kits. All of our stuff on the board today is by Miniature Scenery. Great guy and great stuff. Hit him up for anything terrain-wise. As well as the Tray Tinker. If you want custom bespoke dice trays, really gorgeous pieces, link down below. He's a great guy. Does all of our stuff here. And big thanks to Think Loud Creative for all of his production work. Touching tippies, it's the way to go. Always have a great time on shoots. It's really great. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to be subscribed, like, comment, you know the deal. If you want to head this up and chat all about the new book and everything else that's going on, be in the Discord, join our Patreon, all that great stuff. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on there. It's good times. So what are you running today against the new CSM?
I'm playing my Genestealer Cult today, my old favourite.
They're a great looking army and you play them really well. You've been in a few tournaments with them, done quite well.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to see how you play them on the table.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So without any further ado, let's go see those lists and hit the table. All right, we've got a brand new Chaos Space Marine book. Super excited to try it out on the table. Yes, we've lost a few different things, but we've also gained a bunch of new options and flavour things. So the list I'm running today is not at all competitive, but I just want to show off as much of the new stuff as I can. So leading it is Huron Blackhawk, running Red Corsairs, of course. Huron is just a really cool character. Gorgeous old model, it holds up quite well. His profile's not bad, it's got a bit better. So I'm keen to see how that goes, and I've spent the CP to give him a Warlord trait for Reaver Lord for a bit of CP regen during the game, because Red Corsairs have some spicy strats that I'm keen to use. Also in the HQ slot I have a Sorcerer. Has Warp Time and Prescience, and now Warp Time of course you cannot charge afterwards anymore, but it's still great for a bit of that manoeuvrability, and Prescience, that +1 to hit's always great. So he'll be running around casting a few different things, and then a Master of Possession. There's some spicy combos with him a little later on. But basically he's just running with Pact of Flesh to resurrect Obliterators, which is hilarious, as well as Cursed Earth for that extra invuln and Mortal Wounds when charging in. It's great. In troops, I've got 3 units of Chaos Legionaries. So I've got a unit with Plasma Gun, Plasma Pistol and Chainsword, a Plasma Gun, Plasma Pistol and Power Fist, and then a Bolt Pistol, a Power Axe and a Heavy Bolter. And I've got a Mark of Khorne, Mark of Tzeentch, and Mark of Nurgle, respectively, on all 3 of those, which gives some cool buffs that I'll mention when they come up in the game. Over in Elites, I've got a unit of 7 Chosen. Chosen are really cool. All their weapons are now the same profile, but they've gotten a little bit better across the board, and they're just great. And I've spent a CP on Treasures of the Long War to give the Chosen Champion the Black Mace, which is a relic, which is really cool. So he'll be jumping around, really beating some guys up. And they've got the icon and mark of Slaanesh, so fights first and extra bonuses there, which is pretty sick. I've then also taken in the Elites shot a unit of Plague Marines. Now these are actually troops in the Death Guard book, and they're no longer in this book, but you can take them as part of a Chaos Space Marine detachment as Elites. So I've got 7 of those. They all innately have the Nurgle, Mark of Nurgle and all those rules. In addition to their disgustingly resilient, I've got 2 Plasma Pistols and a Power Fist in the unit, as well as an Icon and a Sigil, because they're all free upgrades now, so why not? So that's pretty cool. Just want to try them out, see how they go in the list. They don't get the Red Corsairs benefits, but they do get these super resilient stuff, which is pretty cool. Over in fast attack, I've got 2 units of Raptors. They're both identical. They've got a plasma pistol and an Astartes chainsword on the Sergeant. Now, one of them's modeled with lightning claws, no longer an option, but that's all right. He's got a plasma pistol and a chainsword for the purposes of this game, and they both have a melter gun in the unit. They'll be dropping down, deep striking, and doing some charges, shooting, all that kind of stuff. One of them has the Mark of Slanesh, and one of them has the Mark of Khorne. Just want to try out both sort of combat buffs and show them both off a bit. Finally, over in heavy support, I've got a unit of 3 Obliterators. They've gotten much better. They're still about the same cost, and now the Master of Possession can just resurrect them arbitrarily, which is hilarious. There are some competitive lists I'm playing around with that are like several units of these with Master's Possession. Kind of similar to some older competitive stuff, but with Red Corsairs, they're just great. As well as the new Predator Annihilator. Everyone's been talking about the new las cannons. They're the Soul Shatter las cannons, which are just wildly over the top. They're just las cannons with extra damage. It's cool. So I got one of those with sponsons, havoc launchers, and a combi bolter. And then a Forge Fiend with twin ectoplasma cannons and just its demon jaws. Demon Engine's got a bit better with this book, and I'm keen to see how it goes on the table. And then I've just got a Rhino, combi bolter, and I think a havoc launcher as well, just to be, running around, causing some havoc, busting some chosen around. That's the list. I haven't gone all out on like crazy upgrades and combos and things. I've tried to pick a nice spread of things from across the book to show off some new cool abilities the book has. So it should be good. We should be able to clean up some of these Genestealer Cults. So let's go see what Ed's bringing. Hit the table.
Thanks, Dalton. So today I'm bringing the Genestealer Cult. I'm taking the Twisted Helix. So this gives me army-wide +1 strength, +1 move, and mini transhuman, so it can't be ridden on 1s or 2s. To start, I've got a Patriarch. He knows Psionic Blast and Mental Onslaught, so both mortal wound powers. So he's going to be sent forth to mint stuff and do some mortal wounds, and yeah, that's his job. Next I've got a Magus, and he has the Crouchling, which lets him re-roll a Psychic Test a turn, and he knows my buffing powers, so that's Might from Beyond for +1 attack, and Massive Gnosis, which is Fight Last on an enemy unit. Next I've got 6 troop choices. First I've got a Bare Bones Acolyte unit, just a 5-man, useful for secondaries and whatnot. I've got another 5-man unit with 2 swords in it. I've got a 10-man flaming unit with perfect ambush, so they can get the +1 to wound when they drop down, also Acolyte Hybrids. Then I've got 2 combat units, one with drills, and they have the 3d6 when they arrive, picking the 2 highest, so they can get into combat immediately from Deep Strike. And I've got a Acolyte Hybrid Saw unit with Alzheimer's Knife for an extra attack the first time they fight. And finally, I've got 17 Neophyte Hybrids with Lying in Wait. So this is the come in 3 away rather than 8 or 6 for Genestealer Cult, which means I can snag objectives with them and they're annoying to remove. Onto Elites, I've got a unit of 10 Hybrid Metamorphs. So these guys are combat blenders, they fight on death. They can be really annoying to remove, but also pack a punch, especially in Twisted Helix. Next, I've got 2 units of 10 Pure Strain Genestealers. These things are absolute monsters. They hit on 2s, they're strength 5 with Twisted Helix, and they're really fast. One of them has They Came From Below precision planning, which gives them a pre-game move essentially. So look for a turn 1 charge potentially with them. In fast attack, I've got a unit of Outland Jackals, just a 4-man bare bones unit, and then 2 units of 2 Achilles Ridge Runners for some ranged fire support. And one of them I've given the From Every Angle precision planning, so that I can put them in reserve and then bring them back in turn 1 from strategic reserves. Finally, I've got one Goliath Rock Grinder, which will be have a few acolytes in there, and 2 Goliath trucks for the Metamorphs and the swords. And that's my list, so let's get into this game. I'm keen to see what the new Chaos Space Marines can do.
All right, we've deployed. Well, I've deployed. You've just kind of set your army on the side.
Pretty much.
And yeah, so we're playing Abandoned Sanctuaries, as you would have seen. We've got Dawn of War deployments, and it's all about the middle objective for this sub-primary. I've sort of deployed across the back here. We've got right in the centre a solid core of Plague Marines and Obliterators, with the Master of Possession there to buff them, backed up by the Predator Annihilator with the Soul Shatter las cannons, which I don't think you can say normally. It's just something that happens. As well as the Forge Fiend over here. Also, it's just under 12 inches from the Obliterators. The Master of Possession can jump out and buff both of them, which is very nice. I've got Huron and the Chosen in a Rhino back here, as well as another unit of Marines on each flank. Got 2 units of Raptors and the Chosen off the board. And yeah, so how about you?
Yeah, so my deployment is GSC deployment, so it's a bit weird. So instead of placing my models on the table, I place these blip markers, and I reveal those depending on who goes first or second. So if I go first, I reveal them immediately. If I go second, I reveal them after Dalton moves. So I can play around and hide and do all this stuff. And there's ways to manipulate them, as you'll see. Like I go pre-game move 1. When I reveal it, I can redeploy 2 of them with the CP, stuff like that.
Yep.
And then
I've
also deployed these bikes here, and the only reason they're not a blip is because I get a pre-game move with them innately.
Yep.
But I can't do that if they're a blip. So yeah.
Makes sense.
But you can see like I'm focusing heavily around here because there's most blips here. But apart from that, Dalton won't know what's what. I mean, he'll have an idea, but yeah.
There's a bunch of filthy Xenos that we're gonna kill. That's what it is. Secondary wise, we've taken a few different choices. I've gone for the Long War for the Chaos Space Marines because it plays well with sub-primary, as well as engage at all fronts because I feel like I'm going to be pushing around a fair bit. And then I've taken the Red Corsairs specific one. I don't think it's very good. I could be wrong, but it's super thematic. Raid and Reeve. Essentially, I need to get units out onto objectives, do an action to pillage them and take stuff, and I score points. And then if I get those units back to my deployment zone at the end of the game, I score more points, which is just awesome. It's super thematic. I don't think it's very good because it dictates so much of what I have to do, but I've got to take it because it's just cool.
So I've taken Retrieve Nephilim data now.
Yep.
Not Nephilim anymore.
Still R&D.
Still R&D though, yeah.
Keeps it nice and simple.
I've taken no prisoners because it's simple and you got a lot of...
I got a lot of wounds now. I got 2
now,
wounds. Yeah. Hey!
And I've taken Brood Swarm, which is a GSC specific one. And basically I get points depending on how many models there are in different parts of the table. So
it's pretty cool.
I get a point if there's more models in my deployment zone than you have models in mine.
Models or units?
Models.
Very nice.
So, and then it's the same for No Man's Land and then your deployment zone.
That's cool.
So yeah, and then if there's more on the table for me, I get a bonus. And then if I get all 4 of those, I get another bonus. So I can get up to 5 in a round if it's all perfect. But it's just easier than Engage, I think.
I think it sounds like it, yeah. You're going to be able to score it up and rack it up a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I used to take Strangle only, and now that's gone. So
yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. I'm starting with 3 CP to your 4 because we're all starting with very little. Yeah. We're going to generate a lot more. Yeah. I think we go straight into first turn roll-off then. Let's crack right on. Let's go. All right, I guess Red Corsairs is going first. Going to be advancing and charging whatever ends up being nearest, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, we'll be right back for Red Corsairs, turn 1. All right, I've sort of shimmied around a bit. You pre-game move your bikes across, and then you've sort of deployed all your stuff afterwards. Yeah. So I don't really have a lot of ideas of what Ed has where, so I've just kind of pushed forward to try and score some points and get some objectives. Over on this side here, I've got my Marines have just popped up onto here. Next turn, they'll be able to jump over here and start doing actions and things, but for now, they've just got some good lines of fire across there. The Forge Fiend has sort of, pushed forward. I don't think it's going to be able to see anything over there this turn, but it can definitely get some shots over here, so that'll be nice. The Predator's just shimmied across. It's actually doing a bit of screening back here, so there's nowhere back here for them to pop up outside of 8 inches. Plague Marines have pushed forward. Obliterators have advanced forward, and you spent 1 CP on Relentless Devastation, so they count as having remained stationary when they go to shoot. Sorcerer and the Master of Possession are both just hanging on out there. Master of Possession making sure he's close enough to the Obliterators to benefit them. The Marines back here have just spread out across this way. They did advance to make sure they had plenty of room. Again, just screening out this corner, being over here in the dents, while these Marines push forward and Huron and the Chosen in the Rhino jump onto this objective. That, yeah, pretty much sums up movement. There's going to be a couple of psychic powers and then a little bit of shooting to go on. So we'll crack right on. So over in psychic powers, now I forgot to mention in the list I've given the Liber Hereticus relic to the sorcerer, so it knows an extra power, has an extra 6-inch range on high casts as well. The extra power it knows is Diabolic Strength, which is a bonus to attacks and strength. That said, all it's going to want to cast here I think is Prescience, which I believe is a 6, but I'll double check the warp charge specifically because I don't want to be casting it too easily. These books are not well laid out at all.
So I'm well out of deny range here. I've got 2 denies, but I won't be in range this turn.
Yep.
Does GSC have?
Oh.
GSC have some cycles as well?
Yeah, I got 2.
Oh.
Yeah. The big man,
Here we go.
patriarch, it's a cycle, yeah. And in both class 2 as well.
Prescience is a warp charge of 7, so a little bit higher.
You got it.
With an 8, it's going off, and that'll go on the Obliterators, so they'll be hitting on 2s. Very tasty.
Nice.
And then I will, of course, cast Warp Time, needing a 6. Getting it with a 6.
Yep.
So selecting a Legion Infantry, the Obliterators, within a range of 6 inches now, which is very nice. It's a bit longer than 3 inches. They can make a normal move, and they can't charge. So they can no longer advance either during Warp Time, which is fine, because they now move 5 inches, which will bring them right up here into the center. They're just going to hang out in the bits here. Should give them some nice lines of sight on a few different things. I think I can probably get at least 2 of them, I think, pushing one of these guys around into your vehicle over there, and he'll be able to shoot at your truck and stuff over there.
I think so, yeah.
So that's very nice. It does pull the Master of Possession out of range, but he just wants to stay back here and stay protected. So he knows Cursed Earth and Pact of Flesh. Pact of Flesh doesn't matter here because I can't regen anything. And Cursed Earth, Legion Demonkin or Legion Engine Unit. There's no one within 6 anymore because they've just pushed forward. That's fine. Next turn I think they'll do that to be able to do that. Unless... Yep, cool. That's pretty much it for Psychic Powers. Move straight on into shooting. So, they've got a couple of options of things to shoot at. So I think all 3 of them can probably see that. No, one of them can see this truck, and 2 of them can see this truck.
So I think, are you going for the ruin or the circular bit here?
I'm going from the circular bit there, so maybe only one of them can see.
So be 1 into this, the far one here, and then probably 2. I can't really tell, but I think 2.
So 2 into this truck here, and 1 into this truck here.
Yep. So these are T6.
They're T6.
T6,
okay.
but they are -1 damage, which is handy.
Very handy, yeah.
Especially on like vehicles that don't have invols. You need something.
T6. And what's your armor? Your 3-up save, I imagine?
3-up save, that's it, yeah.
Right. Well, so I definitely think I want to be using the Focused Malice, which is their 3rd profile for their flesh metal guns.
Okay.
They're just heavy D3. Now,
these are the big ones.
These are the big heavy ones. Strength 9, -3, 4 damage, which will be 3. So I'll start, what up? They have D3 shots from the 1 into this truck here.
Yep.
For 3 shots.
3.
Very nice. Now these are going to be hitting on 2s because they count as remaining stationary, and I prescience them.
Nice.
So hitting on 2s, and now 6s are Let the Galaxy Burn, because I'm in Wanton Destruction, which is like our doctrine, essentially it's our heavy doctrine.
Yeah.
They are heavy weapons, so 6s will be extra hits. Very nice,
Oh,
so 3
no.
hits, and an extra 1. So 4 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Now I can never wound you on 2s because of Twisted Helix.
Twisted
Very nice. No rerolls there. I don't... Ooh, how many wounds does your...
It has
model
10.
have? It has 10.
It has 10, so
Oh.
you need 4 through.
And you're making 6s, aren't you?
Are you -3?
-3,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get 6 up save.
All right, I'm going to get real greedy. Because this is always a good idea. You should always CP reroll. And wound on a 4.
Nice.
It's a terrible idea.
So I need
So go ahead.
1 6 to survive.
Yep. Hey,
And
all
I'll
right.
get one.
You
Okay.
survive. You got one wound
So
left.
it'll be, yeah, one wound on left on that truck.
Very nice. And then I've got 2d3 shots from the other two into the other truck. Only 2 shots though. That's all right. Hitting on 2s again.
2s, yep.
Both hit. Wounding on 3s. Both wound.
And
6s again.
Nope,
Cool.
not this
So
time.
it's going to be
So that one's
4 and 4, so
taken
3 and 3. 6 damage.
So 4 left on them.
Cool. With that being the case, I'll go with... I shouldn't have spent the CP because I've got the Forge Fiend left to shoot in it, but I got greedy. Always happens. The Forge Fiend itself then is in range of those Genestealers. So what I might do... do I have anyone up here in range of anything? No, definitely not.
You might be able to see the bikes with a couple,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
I'll only be able to see the bikes and like that truck with a couple, but I'll just
Yeah.
put everything into the bikes.
Yep.
And then this bolt gun here can't see the bikes at all.
Yep.
So it'll be 2 bolt guns and a plasma gun. It's the 2 bolt guns, hitting on 3s, 1 hit, or 4s
So
because
these
you're
are minus 1 to
-1
hit. Yep.
Cool, and the plasma gun. Hits,
Nice.
2s, which is 3s.
Yep.
So 1 wound at -3.
It's 1 damage or 2 damage?
1 damage, I'm not overcharging.
Alright, so 1 is wounded.
Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then,
And then the forge, if you still...
what else have we got over here? Not a whole lot. I'll put the Combi Bolter and the Havoc Launcher from the Rhino here into those Genestealers back there.
Yep.
Because I may as well.
Yep.
The Rhino's Combi Bolter, rapid fire 2, and just moved up so it's not rapid firing, so just 2 shots. Both hit,
Nice.
wounding on 4s.
Yeah, one torn.
Oh, and I do,
for
1
the
ton, so there's an
6.
extra one there. Nothing. Cool. So 2 of them
And is it on Genestealers?
on Genestealers.
So
Yep.
4 pinball on Genestealers. So I'll lose 1.
Cool, I'll take it. And then the Havoc Launcher, the profile is not there, but it's over here as well. So D6 shots for 3 shots, but it is blast, and there's 10 of you, isn't
Yep,
it? So it's
10.
minimum 3 anyway.
Or 9 now, but... Yeah.
So either way. Strength 5, so 3s to wound.
Yep.
2 wounds. Sorry, I need 3s to hit to start with.
Yeah.
2 hits, then wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
So I need
AP nothing, but not that
Four
it
up.
matters here. Cool,
so
couple of
2.
Genestealers down.
Okay.
Alrighty. In that case, we'll go from... They're all out of range. There's not a lot I can see. The Forge Fiend's the only thing that's left. So it's going to put one of its cannons into the truck that's wounded, and
Yep.
the other one into the other unit of Genestealers.
Yep.
And let's see what it can do. I'm going to spend another CP on Demon Forge, which is still a strat. Instead of full rerolls, it now gives +1 to hit rolls, to Ballistic Skill, I believe.
Okay. It's not bad still. Pretty good.
For 1
It used
CP,
to
it's
be
still...
insane.
Hey, it used to be 1 CP for full rerolls to hit and wound with everything from a Demon Engine. Now I believe it's just +1 to Ballistic Skill and Weapon Skill. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So the Ectoplasma Cannon, a heavy D3, strength 7, -3, damage 3. So I'll start with the one into the truck. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s, which is now 2s. So they're hitting on 3s base now, which is amazing. And now they're hitting on 2s. Lovely. And they do have to let the galaxy burn, so that is an extra hit on that 6.
Nice.
Wounding on 3s. Toughness 7, yeah?
Of the 6 on the trucks.
6. All right, so 3s to wound. All right, so 3 wounds, AP -3.
So need 3 6s.
Yep.
Nope.
Cool. Okay. And I definitely should have not re-rolled before and let them have that, but that's fine. And then the does it
So
explode?
does it explode? No.
Cool.
And then there are 10 inside.
Oh, very nice.
Do that. Sorry.
All good.
No 1s, please. All right.
Okay.
I do lose 1, but that's all right.
Look,
We can
1
live
out of
with that.
10's fine.
We'll live with that.
Yep.
No problem.
Very good.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, while you do that one, I'll do up the shots for
Yep.
the Genestealers.
Yep.
So it's blast and D3. There's more than 5 of them, so it's just straight 3 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s, 2s, sorry, but there's no 6s there, so no extra hits. Wounding on, it would be still on 3s anyway,
Still
strength
3s.
7.
Interesting.
So 3 wounds.
Yep.
So you got 3 invulns on them.
So I'll lose 1 more.
Cool. All right.
Just from that unit. Yep.
So this is from this unit just here.
Yeah.
Yep. Lovely. Cool. I'll let you position those because I might
Yep.
be able to shoot at them once
Sure
they're out.
thing. All right. So
It's going to be wholly within 3 inches of the vehicle.
So what's still left to shoot at the moment?
All of this stuff here.
Marines and the
Yep.
las? Okay.
So, because I'm near this terrain here, I'll be able to go.
Yeah, so there is
I'll be able to see
circle
with
there.
predators.
Okay.
Because the predator can see that angle there.
Yeah, alright, in that case, I'm going to put the sword at the front. And
Yep.
how many? It's like 4 shots, right?
4 shots, combi bolter, havoc launcher.
So, in that case, I'm just going to pull the ones from the back that die.
Yep, makes sense.
Which is fine.
And then I'm not going to be able to see them with anything else. Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Cool. And then 1 of you die. And then 2 of you died. It's gone.
Lovely.
And then this guy's on 4.
Lovely. Cool. So, now that the predator can see something to shoot at, it's going to put just everything into those acolytes.
Yep.
I'll start with the havoc launcher because it's a blast weapon. So
Okay.
it'll automatically get at least 3 shots, but it is d6. Okay, so I rolled a 1, so it'll just be 3 shots.
Am I in cover here with the ruin? Or would
So you can start taking the wounds on the ones in cover.
Yeah.
But
I
those are
don't
the
particularly want to. Yeah. Okay.
those are the ones with
That's
the
fine.
drills and stuff. Do you want to
Yep.
put some of the ones in cover that aren't?
No, because I want to be close with the swords next turn.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
want to charge, so
Charge those
we're
blitz.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, 3 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, nothing.
Okay.
Good stuff. Then I've got 2. What have I got? I've got a twin soul shatter las cannon with 2 shots hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 1 miss, and then this is strength 9, so it would be 2s, but twisted helix makes it 3s. 1 wound, minus
kill
3
one. Okay, one.
with d6 plus 2 damage.
Yep.
Then the 2 regular las cannons from sponsons. Sponsons?
Sponsons.
How do you pronounce that?
Sponsons.
Sponsons. All right. 2 more wounds,
So
minus 3
that'll be
d6
2
damage.
more
Yep.
again.
And then there is just the combi bolter.
Yep.
Now it's a vehicle, so it doesn't get the malicious volleys thing. So it's just the 2 shots. 1 hit, 1 miss, and then 4s. 1 wound, no minus.
No minus. So I won't take it in and go and cover because I want the swords. So nope, another go dice.
All right. How many is that this turn?
So that'll be. I think that's all of them except. No, that's 5. Yeah,
That's 5.
that's
Cool.
5. So it'll be the swords and the leader left there.
All right, no worries. And I think that's pretty much everything that can see anything that can shoot. These guys all advanced, so they can't shoot the Genestealers. The Rhino's done. These guys advanced. They just moved up but can't see anything. Unless... Possibly, but well... Oh, okay. Do you reckon he can see that last guy?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
It's close. I don't know. Are you in range? It's 24.
I mean, just in range,
Maybe
just
just
him.
that one guy. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I get 1 bolt gun.
Yeah.
Going straight into the guy. May as well. Hits. Wounds.
Yeah. AP on this.
No AP, it's just a bolt gun.
With 5s.
Cool.
Another one.
Pops a guy. Cool. Always take the extra ones, makes the leadership that much worse.
So I will pull a saw here because
Cool.
leadership reasons. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough. And that's going to be it for shooting. There aren't any charges to go in anywhere because I don't think I need to anywhere.
Yep.
And that'll be end of the turn. I'm going to be scoring the long war for holding multiple objectives I didn't hold at the start. I'm not engaging on fronts yet. And my third one was the Raid and Reeve, which will be happening next turn. I'll start doing those
So
actions.
what's
So-
your points for the long war?
So I believe it's scoring 2 points for... Oh, sorry, I need to roll morale
I
for
just,
a
yeah,
minute
I'm
there.
just going to check the morale on. I
No
think
worries.
It's 8, but
So I know how the long war used to work. I just want to double check to see if it's changed.
so I've lost 6, so I need a 1 or a 2 to pass.
So,
So
yep.
we'll do that one for the saw unit.
Yep, there you go.
Cool.
Lovely.
Perfect.
So score 2 victory points if you control any objective markers that were controlled by your opponents over this turn. Ah, sorry. So no, I don't score anything for that. It's not if I didn't control it. It's only if I take it off Ed.
Yeah.
Which is good for Red Corsairs because I count as 2 models everywhere, which is great.
That's pretty good.
How about any...
The sub-primary I believe I score for holding the
Yeah,
center.
you get 2, I believe.
I get 2 for the sub-primary for controlling the central objective.
Okay.
That's about it. So we'll be right back then for Genestealer Cults turn 1.
Okay, so movement phase, we've basically we're going for the middle. These are blitz need to die. Yeah, that's the plan. So every stuff's got out the trucks, or the one remaining truck. These metamorphs here going to charge here. These come through to ruin. The remaining squad is going to join the party too. They're going to hold my objective because they're the only tough thing about army.
Yep.
The Genestealers over here have leapt forward with a CP for auto advance 6.
Very nice.
And they're going to tie this up, maybe move block the rhino a bit.
Yep.
Be annoying. Yeah.
stuff.
Over here, we've done a similar thing with the bikes, just to hold this objective. The plan is, if you want to hold it, they have to move around me or charge me.
Yep.
So you can't just shoot me off it.
Fair enough.
If you want to hold it as well.
Yep. Well, good thing I've got advance and charge everywhere.
Yeah, so you're pretty fast anyway. But
Good.
these Ridge Runners over here came in from Strategic Reserve, and I can do that turn 1 because of my proficient planning. Other than that, yeah, everything's ready to shoot. These guys are ready to psychic, do buffs onto the big mass here.
And I'm assuming you're out of deny range for both of those?
I might not be, but that's all right if
cool.
we're not.
I think you'll be out for the master possession, but not
Okay,
for the
the
other one.
Sorcerer will probably get it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Very
my
nice.
face. So
Let's crack on Psychic, shall we?
Psychic. Let's do.
Sorry, you spend 1 CP?
Yeah, so I've spent 1 on the auto advance 6.
And we've both gained 1 each as well,
Yeah.
which is very nice.
Yep.
So 3 CP for Dalton, now it's 5 CP for you.
Yep.
Very cool.
So we're gonna do from the Magus, who's at the back.
Yep, so I'll be out of deny range there, I reckon.
Okay. We're gonna do Might from Beyond onto the Metamorphs.
Ooh, tasty, tasty.
Here. So that's just the extra attack.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I need a 6 for that.
Go for it. There you go, with a 6 on the nose.
Perfect. Next we have Mass Hypnosis, which isn't that useful here, but I might as well try it on the Blitz.
What does that one do?
So it's fight last and -1 attack. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Might as well try it, yeah.
Yep.
And
And who's this from?
This is from the Magus again.
Gotcha.
She gets
Alright,
the
I
good.
don't think I can do about that. Very nice.
So I think that's a fail, because I think I need a 7. But with the Crouch Sling Relic, I can re-roll once
Ooh.
per phase. So
Once per phase, once per game.
Once per phase.
Very cool.
So yeah, we're gonna go for that.
That'll do it.
So they'll
Alright.
fight last.
Cool.
And
And then -1 attack.
-1 attack as well.
Yep.
The Patriarch will start with a smite on the Blitz. I think I can see the Blitz.
Yeah,
Through the gap
you
there.
can.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I need a 5. Which
There you
I'll
go.
Get.
With a 10.
So that's D3. Do you
Go
want
for
to
it.
know that one?
3. All right, so
Okay.
one of them is down to 1 wound left. Sorry, 2 wounds left, because
Yep.
they now have 5 wounds apiece. Very nice.
And next, I think we're going to do a Psionic Blast. I don't usually take this one, so I'll
This
just
is
double
the
check
turn
it.
off Overwatch one?
No, this is just mortals.
Do you have the turn off Overwatch one?
No, it's not a.
Oh,
it's not a target parry anymore. I can do it with a strat. I can do it with a relic, but yeah, not
Nice.
with a thing. So I'll just check if I can see if I cast it anyway. I think I need a 6, which I failed.
Not with a
anyway.
5.
All
Not with
good.
4.
I'm not
Cool.
going to bother re-rolling it. So don't worry about it.
Alrighty.
Right, on to shooting. We're going to start with the autocannon from the truck in the middle on the objective, the one remaining truck here, into the Blitz.
Yep.
Yeah.
The autocannon is damage.
Damage 2.
Damage
It's only
2.
AP 1, so
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
So I'll ignore first AP for Armor Contempt anyway, so I'll be saving on 2s. Because they're sitting on a 1-up save in cover there, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not running through that with shooting. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'm hitting on 5s now because you have degraded me as well. So
Very nice. Yep.
5s, 4 shots from the other cannons. I do get 1,
Yep.
which
Very
is the
nice.
main thing because now I get a crossfire token on the Blitz, which is what I really wanted.
Because they've got a damage characteristic of
Yeah,
more
so
than
it's a
1.
damage characteristic of 2.
Very nice.
So I need a 3 to wound.
Yep.
Which I'll get.
Yep. And I got a 2-up save. Love it.
Cool. Stab it quickly. All misses. Okay.
Cool. Very nice.
Next, we'll move on to the. We're going to do the Outland Jackals here. Everything into the
Forge Fiend?
The Forge Fiend here.
Cool.
Yeah. So each one, I believe, gets 2 shots.
With their we've got shotguns here.
Yeah, they've like. It used to be pistols and shotguns, and now
Yep.
they just call it small arms, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it's a good.
This is just
change.
scavenged
It's just
weapons.
much easier than it was.
Yeah, yeah.
And, actually, one of them will throw a blasting charge.
Go for it.
It's slightly better. So, yeah. So we'll do that first. So it's grenade D3.
Yep.
So 1.
Very nice.
They hit on 4s.
Cool.
Okay,
Nope.
never mind. All right, and then the other 3, we'll just use their small arms.
Yep. So 2 shots apiece.
2 shots each. So I only get
3 hits.
4
4
hits. 4 hits, which means it's not enough to get a crossfire, which is what I really want. So anyway, is what it is. And then these are strength 4,
So
fives,
they're
probably. Doesn't matter.
P7s
anyway.
or 5s. Okay, yep, cool.
Anyway, that's all right. So in that case, we'll do the. So is the shield here poking out enough to see that?
Which one are you after?
So this truck, this Goliath, this rock
Is
grinder.
the rock grinder?
What do you reckon?
So you've got
If not,
this.
it's not a huge problem.
So you'd need to see through there because of the obscuring here as well.
No.
So no.
All right, in that case, we're going to go with the... We're going to have to commit some Ridge Runner fire early, which is not ideal, but it is what it is.
Well, you can probably shoot with this one at some other stuff first and see how that goes before you start deciding where to commit Ridge Runner. Also, for that matter, what else can those Ridge Runners over there shoot at?
It's basically the Marines or them.
Okay.
Or him. So the plan is really to try to deal with him.
Okay.
So we're going to go for that.
No worries. So those 2 Ridge Runners?
Yeah, we'll do these 2 Ridge Runners.
So you want to think about like what else can they shoot at, go through and choose your targets for the ones that you only have the one option anyway, and then you go through everything else and do all that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's just crack on with the Ridge Runners. Everything from them will go into the...
Very nice.
You're getting a 2-up save in the ruins here
With the Marines, they'll be on a 2-up save, yeah.
So there's no point putting the stubbers in there because there's no AP on them. So I'm just going to put everything into the...
Well, if there was, I'd still ignore the first AP anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
cool.
Just wasted shots. All right, so we'll do the mining lasers.
Yep.
So it's 2d3 shots. Essentially, these are las cannons. D6 damage.
D6 damage?
Yeah. So they're strength 9 minus 3 d6 damage.
Well, I'm going to
You get
spend 1
D3.
CP on Infernal Engine.
Okay.
Use this in your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase. When a Traitoris Astartes Demon Engine model, a Forge Fiend, is selected as a target of an attack, until the end of the phase, you subtract 1 from damage characteristic of the model.
It's not bad. Yeah.
So yeah, of the weapon.
Yeah.
So down to 2.
How many wounds does it have?
It has 12 wounds.
12 wounds, okay.
And it regens 1 at the start of every turn, and
Nice.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
Cool.
All right, so 2 mining lasers, so they get D3 shots each.
Very
so
nice.
Here we go.
Ooh, big 6. That is the way to go.
That's what we want.
Absolutely.
So I'm unfortunately hitting on 4s, which is not ideal, but
So be it.
nonetheless. Right,
Well,
so
definitely not when you roll like that. Ouch.
I hit only with 2, but that's okay. These are strength 9, so 3
3s to wound.
Oh,
Okay. Good stuff.
False start. Ready?
All right.
The Ridge Runners?
But the stubbers. The stubbers will do it every time, man.
Here we go.
Every time.
So that's 12.
6 shots, nothing but 1 kill.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Shots, nothing.
4 missed,
Yeah.
2 failed to wound.
So
Okay.
12 stubber shots.
Yep. Hey, look, I've got 12 wounds. This can do it.
Hitting on 4s still.
Okay.
Okay, so below average
5
again.
hits. Significantly better than the last shot.
Yeah, 5s. 1.
1. Cool.
1 at minus nothing.
Minus nothing, so 3-up save. Love it. Cool.
Because I did hit at least with the mining
Crossfire
laser.
marker. Yeah,
I'll get a
there we go.
crossfire on there. And then the other Ridge Runners will do the same thing.
Same thing. Cool.
Yeah. So you're not
Alrighty.
exposed, so I can't spend more CP to do cool
Right.
stuff. But
Very nice.
just in the crossfire.
Same thing. So
yeah,
I'm still
same
minus
thing
1
again.
damage because of the strat
Yeah.
continues to end of the phase, which
Yeah.
is nice. I didn't realise it was a strat until I looked at it. It's very cool.
It's nice. All right, so
Carry on.
mining lasers. 4 shots this time.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s now.
Very nice.
So I still roll 2 1s and 3.
May as well
But
be hitting on
it paid
4s.
off, so because I get 2. So
You're good to get
it's
2.
alright.
Yep. There we go.
3s to wound again. Nice.
2 wounds.
So 2 wounds at minus 3.
Minus 3 becomes minus 2, which puts me on a 5-up anyway. So the first one, I fail, and this is D6 damage minus
D6,
1.
yeah.
So I can't die from both of these. All right, so I take both of them on 4s.
So the damage is, D6 pot.
So 5 and 3.
So
All right.
8.
8 in total drops me down to 4 wounds remaining, which your stubbers could definitely do. Are they in range?
Maybe. Yes, it's all 36.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Stubber.
The long range
Long-range
stubber.
How much you need? 3 wounds?
I need
4.
4. I need 4.
Good luck.
So hitting on 3s now.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, look, it matters there. You got a few 3s.
Yep. No,
Yep.
its crossfire is basically essential on.
Yeah.
Ridge
Is
Runners
it
to
like
make
Marker
them
Lights for
viable.
Tau? For,
Yeah, it just
for
doesn't
Genestealer Cults, you need
do
crossfire.
enough otherwise. So.
Yep.
So I need 5s to wound, so I get 2.
Okay, so you can't kill it,
Can't kill
and I'm saving on 3s.
Yep.
Pass them both. Cool.
Alrighty. Then we just really have a few pistols. So I'll do the 10 pistols from the metamorphs into the
Obliterators?
blitz there, just
Yep.
because nothing else.
May as well.
Might as well.
Yep.
That's 8, 10. So I'm hitting
Cool.
on, you are crossfire, so 3s now?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
And then
Strength.
strength 3, so
So 5s to wound. So they're T5.
not a 1. All good.
Alright, cool.
Then we'll do the same with the saw. The
Yep.
force, that's just the leader now, has a pistol. He misses,
Cool.
And then the,
Haven't shot the rock grinder yet.
I've not shot the rogue runner.
You don't want to forget. I mean, no, you can move on. Keep going. It's fine. Yep.
We'll just shoot the blitz, I think.
I think that's very wise.
Just wise and
Yeah.
make sure they die. Because if you can bring them back, right?
I can.
Yeah,
Pact
don't
of
want
Flesh
that.
from
That'd
the
that'd be very
master
bad.
position. It'd be
So,
hilarious.
yeah.
I love it.
We'll do the big profile. So these are the strength 8,
Yep.
3 damage ones, with better AP as well.
I should check to see if I've got any strats that can protect them.
Did you do your R&D?
Have you got anyone
I
R&D?
did get a unit out to do it. I didn't declare it.
Yeah, you're fine, man. They can,
so
they can
we'll
go
just
there
do
and
it with this unit back in the ruin here, because they're safe and tucked away. Thank you.
Alright. I'm not quickly seeing anything that that means they can get buffed. So carry on.
Yep. So it's just 3 shots, hitting on 3s because of crossfire.
Yep.
So I'll hit with 2.
Cool.
These are strength 8s with 3s.
3s to wound.
So just 1 at -3.
At -3 becomes -2, so my 1 up becomes a 3 up.
Yep.
No, I do take it,
It
and this is
flat
going to be damage.
3 on this.
Ooh.
That will kill
What
one.
other weapons does it have?
It had just a stubber.
Just a stubber?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you have no idea how greedy I'm going to get here. And I pass it.
Okay.
The greed is real.
Cool.
Right? The stubber.
The stubber.
Because
yeah.
you've 2 wounds, you can still kill it.
It's not gonna happen.
If this kills him.
It's not gonna happen. All right, 2 hits.
2 hits, 5s.
Nothing.
No,
Okay.
cool. Okay. Alrighty.
Right. Let's go straight into charges.
Yep.
So
And they're not exposed either, so you can't be throwing CP and shit around.
I can, because
Okay.
all I need is a crossfire here.
Gotcha. Cool.
So I will for sure turn off their Overwatch for
Yep.
CP,
Of course you do. Yep.
because you're hitting on 5s, and that's
Yeah,
bad.
I'd be setting defend. In this
So-
case, I'll hold steady. So,
Yep.
or no, I'll hold steady as the 5s. Set to defend is the +1 to hit in
Yep.
combat. So I'll just take the +1 to hit in combat because why not?
Yep. So
Same CP
yeah, so I'll go down
Yep.
1 CP. So we'll charge with. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We'll
Yep.
charge with these Genestealers over here first.
Yep,
Into
into
the
them.
Marines.
Yep. So you're given you're turning off Overwatch there,
Yeah.
which is at the start of, I presume you declare at the start of the charge phase. Because
I think so. I'll double check. but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably Overwatch over here just to mow down some Genestealers. Yes, I'm saving the CP to potentially buff something, but I think with that many Genestealers going in, I don't think there's a lot I can do to make the Blitz hang around.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
there's not a lot of buffs I can put on them in the fighting or charging phase.
So how many shots? Because there is another way I can turn off Overwatch here.
Okay.
Because you're touched in the ruin. But
yep.
how many shots would it be? Because it is.
It'll be 6 bolt guns and 3 plasma shots, or I might throw a grenade as well.
And you can hit
instead
on
of-
5s with that.
I'd be hitting on 5s because I'd
Yeah.
hold.
All right.
hold
so
steady
we're going
in
to spend another CP then.
Okay.
On I think it's called tunnel crawlers. And basically, I pick a terrain piece,
Yep.
and if you're in it, you can't Overwatch me.
All right,
and
cool.
I
Carry
ignore
on.
any negatives to
All right.
move through it. So
Very nice.
yeah, we'll do that there. So I'll turn off Overwatch in both places.
Cool.
They're flimsy. I don't like.
That's
dying,
fair.
So
Yeah. Cool. So go on.
Like
Charging.
Overwatch sucks. So
You'll need like a 3.
yeah. So
It's not going to be a lot.
we'll get a 11.
11. Okay. Do you want me to move those in for you? over
Yeah,
here?
so just string them around this way a bit too. So I want to be
Objective and
objective
almost
and
touching the
blocking
rhino.
the rhino a little bit.
Gotcha. So like
Yeah.
all the way around there.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
How many do you want in on the unit?
So I think 2 have died, so there's 8 left. So preferably like at least 6, I think I'll need.
Yep. No worries. Cool.
Perfect. All right, so then we'll charge with the other Genestealers here in the middle. We'll go on to the Blitz here.
Yep.
So we'll roll that. We'll get an 8. Cool. So we're going to wrap them around. Can you heroic or anything with Plague Marines or anything?
Not with
crazy
Plague
like
Marines,
that?
no.
Okay, cool.
I could with the Sorcerer, but
Yeah.
like he
Yeah,
doesn't want to get
that's what-
anywhere near that.
Yeah. So we'll go. I'm going to go all the way around here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You're wrapping them around so they can't fall back if they survive.
And then I've got a strat as well to force you to shoot a unit that, like another unit. So you'll see in Dalton's
because
turn,
obliterators can now shoot in combat as well, so
yeah.
it's one of those things where you can just play around it a bit, force them to shoot something else. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll go, basically we're
want-
just going to wrap
yeah.
around as much as we can.
Yep, I'll keep doing that one if you want to roll up your next charges.
We'll do the swords in the middle. So the string
They'll need like a 2.
swords there. So they'll get a 6.
Yep, very nice. The swords are probably the scariest thing there because they'll just pick up obliterators straight away.
Swords are great.
Yep.
Actually, cutters is the new hotness, but that's what I got. Swords.
Cool. You'll notice I'm not holding on to CP to interrupt because their fight lasts anyway, so I can't interrupt. Exactly. So there's no purpose saving CP for that, so I'm willing to spend it on other buffs during the game.
And finally, we'll do the metamorphs in there as well.
Yep. Double ones? I think you'll still make it in across there, but like, woof.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, they'll only just make it in.
He'll go over here.
Yep.
And then.
It's handy because you can fight across the barricades as well, so that's nice.
And we can pile in and
Yeah,
everything as we need to. So.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll just.
Alrighty. So have you got any other units across the board that you're wanting to
I think that's it for the charges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Where do you want to start?
So we're gonna because they're fighting last.
Yep. So you'll always get to fight before them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna start over here.
Yep.
So I believe 6 was it? We got attacking.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, you'll need to pull him in there.
Yeah, that's.
You'll have 6 in there. Do you want to touch the rhino, or do you want to avoid touching?
Yeah, we can touch the rhino. That's fine.
Yep. In that case, you get 6 in, and you'll be able to tag that up there.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
So these are Genestealers. So 4 attacks each.
Yep.
Which
So it's
is
going to be
a crazy amount. So there's
24
8,
attacks.
So 6. There's 6. Yeah, 24.
Yep. It's pretty nuts, but look, legionaries are a bit tougher now. Extra wound.
2 wounds.
It's tasty, tasty. Because you're only 1 damage, yeah?
I am only 1 damage.
Toughness 4, they're just Space Marines. But they are actually Space Marines now. They're not like mooks.
Finally.
Yeah.
About time. It's been like, what?
Like
a year?
4 years or something?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Well, given Primaris Marines came out at the start of 8th edition.
That's crazy.
And got
like
2
a whole
wounds
edition
then.
without 2 wins.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, so in GSC, Genestealers hit on 2s rather than 3s.
Now, hold on. So your AP minus
3.
minus 3, which I make minus 2.
Yep.
And I'll be saving on 3s, which make it 5s. I think I can spend a CP from Red Corsairs, because you damage 1, to add 1 to my saves.
Oh, that's really good.
So I can use Secure the Prize, which is a Red Corsairs strat. Use this stratagem in any phase when a Red Corsairs core unit from your army in range of an objective. Sorry, they're not quite in range of the objective. That's why I can't use it there.
Okay.
So carry on.
Still really handy though.
It's very handy. It's hopefully going to come up a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might come up right now.
They're not core, so I can't do it.
Oh.
Because I'd love to. It'd be amazing.
Well,
All right, carry on.
2s. Okay.
All right, cool.
Very nice.
A few 1s, but not too many.
Yeah, it's about what you expect.
Yep. Their strength.
These are strength 5 because of Twister Helix.
Cool. So wounding on 3s. There we go. Cool.
So, I'll take out the misses.
Yep. There's a fair few 1s and 2s there. Probably not.
Quite a lot. So I won't kill the unit, that's for sure. So that's 5, only 10.
10. You could technically, if I fail all of these, kill the unit.
Yeah.
So 10. All right. Saving on 5s, as discussed. I do only make 1 of them.
What?
So only the champion survives. And these guys are the, which one's these? These guys are the corn unit. So only the champion survives, who's got the icon and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
All right, cool.
I might as well attack the 2 other Genestealers into the Rhino.
Yeah, of course. Like if you're tagging it, you have to. Yeah.
So we'll do that real quick. So
Cool.
8 attacks, all hit.
Very nice. And then 5s to wound.
Here, yeah. For 2 more.
2 more. 3 up, 5 up again.
Yep.
Nothing. I take 2 of them.
Damage. Yep.
Cool. Alrighty, wait.
Cool. Next.
Which unit do you want to kill the obliterators with?
So I want to be able to wrap. I want to move the Genestealers in a specific way.
Yep.
Assuming I'm not touching here, but
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to start with them, and then get to the Metamorphs later.
Yep.
Because I don't think the Genestealers will kill them.
They might.
You are getting 4-ups, and I'm winning.
Oh yeah, I'm getting 4-ups. You're winning on 4s.
So,
all right, we'll see how we go then.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so
Yep.
we'll pile in like as such, and just keep going around.
Yep.
Is the plan. Yeah. And I think I'll be able to get all of them in here. That's
Very
a
nice.
big pile. Okay. So there's 3, 6, 9 left.
Yep.
There's 1 died last time.
It's going to be a lot of dice. I'll pull out some of these dice as well. I think
good idea,
probably
yeah.
going to need some extras.
This is the problem with playing Genestealers.
There's a lot of
Too many
Genestealers. Yeah. I got 4 of them here.
All right. So that's.
I'll go 5 if you'll do another one. Yep, I got 5 here. You got 4 there. There you go.
All right.
Cool.
2's to hit. Do you want to use? Oh, you.
I can't use the strat there anyway.
I keep thinking that. Wow.
Lovely.
Very nice.
And then winning on 4s.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is T5.
T5.
This is why I like Twisted Helix so much.
It's
I'm
the
winning
+1
on
strength
3s over
is
there,
so good.
Winning on 4s here, really handy. So 4s.
Yep.
Take out.
Alrighty. I'll just pull out some of these. Cool. Very nice.
That is.
I'll just roll these ones,
yeah,
I think.
just roll them, yeah.
So your AP3, which goes
I'm
AP2.
Yep.
So I'm saving on 2s, 3s to 4s. Alrighty, and these are 1 damage each, aren't they?
1 damage, yep.
So I'll throw them 2 at a time. Alright, first one dies. And then I'll throw them 5 of them. Saves 1.
Wow.
Kills another one.
Okay, this might
I've dropped
do
the
it.
dice there, but yeah, kills all 3.
Wow, okay.
There we go.
I didn't think that would kill all 3.
Yep, Genestealers
There
are
we go.
pretty rough. That's a pity. I probably overextended with those to start with, but wanted to get in there, show off what they could do.
AP3 is very good, bro.
Yeah,
These days, I think you need it to get through it. Stuff like Armor Contempt.
you really do, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, well, I think, so I can still activate, I believe, with other units.
You can still activate, pile in, and consolidate.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Metamorphs and pile in 3 and then consolidate another 3, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's always close to the enemy unit.
Ending closer to the nearest
So what I'm
enemy
going to do is basically just put them in there.
Yep, go for it.
And yeah, that's the plan. Get just more bodies on the objective.
Yep.
And I have a plan with them.
Cool.
So yeah.
I'll also just point out as well, we shouldn't have attacked the Rhino there because he didn't declare it as a charge target.
That's true. Okay.
So the Rhino won't have been attacked,
Doesn't matter
but
then.
not that it'll matter too much. It's
Yep.
still tagged, you'll still be in there.
Yep. You're gonna hit me back with the Rhino.
Oh yeah, yeah, hold on.
The other guy.
The Rhino will have his 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Hitting on 6s. Get him! No. And then the
the champ.
champion will though.
Yep.
So this is actually an interesting one. So he's got the Chaos, the Khorne icon. He's got 3 attacks because he's a champion. And he's got a chain sword, so an extra attack. And the icon of Khorne, with the mark of Khorne, etc., does some cool stuff when you're charged and so on. And this is, you know, it's not a whole unit, but I can still show it off, which is nice. So it's a paid points upgrade that you give units now. If it made a charge, was charged, etc., you add 1 to the strength of the attack. So strength 4
nice.
goes strength 5s here. And because I've got the icon, it improves the AP by 1. So it won't be relevant here because you're 4-up in invulns regardless, but it's still kind of cool. So I'll be hitting you on 3s and wounding you on 3s. I could spend a CP on Death of the False Emperor for +1 to hit, or a CP for +1 to wound for Veterans of the Long War. Sorry, 2 CP for that now. I don't think it's worth it. I'll just hit you on 3s here.
Yep.
All right, cool. 2 hits, wounding you on 3s, 2 wounds, and the APs are relevant.
So 4-up pinball.
Very nice.
So
Cool.
kill 1.
Kills a dude. Happy with that?
Yep. I might just consolidate them really quick.
Please do.
If that's all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be pretty much it, isn't it?
Just gonna go around here. I think that's everything. Yeah. It's
Cool.
gonna be something like that. And then this guy will die.
Yep. All right. His pile-in would take him to there, and his consolidate would take him around there.
Cool.
Alrighty. That was a good turn.
Yeah. No.
Killed some stuff.
I've committed in the middle now.
Really
so
committed.
let's see if we can.
You're not spending strats to like pull them away back into deep strike or anything like that.
So technically, That's a good question. I think I'm going to leave him because I have a plan in mind for them.
Yep.
It might not be the correct plan, but
we'll find out.
Yeah.
Cool. I've got to roll morale for that lone legionary.
Yep.
So he is leadership 9, and he lost 4 of his buddies.
Yep.
So on a 5 or a 6, sorry, on a 6, he'll run away. No, he's good. He's hanging out. He's chilling. He doesn't need them. He's good.
Yep.
Okay.
So tell me your score.
So I think I'll get at least 2 for Brood Swarm, and then do I have more models on the table than you? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So I'll get 3 for Brood Swarm.
Very cool.
I don't have any in your deployment zone, so I won't get that one.
So we'll just compute the no prisoners later, yes?
No prisoners will sort out later, yeah.
Yeah, and
Cool.
then I've done my first R&D.
Secure the sanctuary?
Yes.
Yep, you're scoring that as well.
I think I'll get 3 for that because I
Awesome.
killed
Cool.
something within there.
I think it maxes at 2, but yes, you'll score both those anyway.
I think I'll just double check.
We'll double check, but yeah.
I'll get the conditions for that.
Cool.
And then yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's be back then with Red Corsairs turn 2.
I think it'll work.
I hope it'll work. Let's see what we're doing. So, over in the corner there, I have deep struck both units of Raptors. Both melter guns are in range of the Ridge Runners, and the unit that is marked for Khorne is within 9 inches of both of them, so in case one of them dies to melter guns. And they're also just out of 9 of the Genestealers here. This unit for Slaanesh is just 9 away here. The Sergeant stayed in combat, as did the Rhino, but the Chosen popped out here and advanced to where they are here. Sorry, just moved up, didn't advance. Huron popped out and advanced all the way up to here, so he'll be able to shoot the Metamorphs. Now, you spent CP on them.
Well, I can do it in the shooting phase, so
yeah.
I'll see what happens.
Sorry, I'm expecting you to spend CP on them
probably
because we
will.
definitely haven't talked about what will happen
exactly.
off camera. But he's up there, he can put his flamer into any of the units there, which is amazing. The Plague Marines are just pushed out here. I kind of want to see how they do. They don't get all the Red Corsair buffs, but they are just good. The Predators moved across, so can shoot at both of these things. These Marines just moved across to be within range of this objective, and they are doing the Raid and Reave action. The Sorcerer jumped back here to be protected. The Master of Possession moved over here, so it's in range to buff the Demon Engine, which pushed forwards alongside these Marines. So this flank's pretty weak at the moment, but I'm hoping to sort of jump up here, score points, clean up, and just really sort of force you back into your back corner. So yeah, that's pretty much it for movement. I'm going to jump straight on into the Psychic phase.
Yep.
I'll start, now I'm imagining I'm in deny range for a few things.
So I will be, I can't tell exactly, but I think that's at least 1 deny on him, and then I don't know where the other go. I won't be in here ranging.
Cool. All right.
Just him.
So I'll start with the Master of Possession, who will throw a smite onto your bikers.
Yep.
Needing a 5.
Yep.
Making a 3. Very nice.
CP reroll?
Nope, that's fine. And then he'll throw Cursed Earth, which is the little aura of +1 invulns.
Yep.
Little aura of 4+ invulns and negatives to charge. Needing a 7. Making it with a Perils on a 12. He'll cop Perils.
Can't deny it. So.
Yeah, you can't deny it. Nothing else can get to him. He'll cop Perils. It's a D3 on him for 2. He'll take 2 mortal wounds.
Yep.
Now, the Demon Engine is a 4-up save, invuln save. And anytime anything charges it on a D6, on a 2 to 4, that's for 1 mortal wound, and on a 5+, that's for D3.
Okay.
Cool, I'll take it.
Right.
Moving right along, this sorcerer here will just cast Prescience, I think, which is just any friendly Legion unit within 18. Ooh, that's very nice. He'll cast Prescience on, doesn't have to be visible either. So just casting it, yeah. Needing a 7. Making it with an 8. It'll put that on the Chosen, because I think them hitting on 2s is hilarious.
That's pretty good.
And then I've got Warp Time and Diabolic Strength. I'm not going to cast either of those. And then Huron will spend his Hamadryer, which is now no longer a janky little model that does a bunch of stupid things, but it is now essentially a familiar that lets him once per game cast any psychic power from the Malefic Discipline. Sorry, the Dark Hereticus Discipline. Where are we? Huron Blackheart, the Hamadryer. Once per battle, at the start of your Psychic phase, at the start of the Psychic phase he uses it, and then until the end of the phase, he gains Psyker and can manifest Smite or 1 power.
Nice.
So I'll remove the Hamadryer to show that he has used the power, and he will try and cast, I've already forgotten the name of the thing, Diabolic Strength on himself. Well, he will cast it and then decide who it goes on, but it's himself. Needing a 6. Making it with an 8.
I will try to deny this.
Yep, go ahead.
I have 2.
Nope. Cool. So he now has +2 strength and +2 attacks. Used to be +1 attack. That's +2. It's great. Yeah. He can put out an insane number of attacks as well. He doubles them with his claw. It's hilarious. So that's it for shooting. So prescience did go off here, didn't it? Psychic, sorry. So that'll be on chosen, I think I said.
Did he take?
He took 2 mortal wounds, so he should have, I'm going to say 3 wounds left. The Master of Possession. Yep, he's up to 5 wounds now.
Yep.
All right, so on to shooting. I'll start, I'll throw a pistol over here while I'm thinking about it.
So I have to declare if I'm using those CP now. Yep. So the reasoning for this is they fight on death, the Metamorph. Yep. So I would do this on the Metamorph.
Yep.
And they fight on death. But if you're within 12, you can target them anyway.
Yep, and I've got Huron and Plague Marines within 12.
And so, like, and
technically
they're doing an action as well. So they're not shooting. And he's got a lot of threats. Like, he'll just shoot something.
He'll shoot stuff, yeah. So I also have a strat that I can tell them to shoot anyway.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
Are you within 12 anyway? I think you're within 12 anyway, so...
Yep.
Realistically, I'm not going to use this strat because it's not going to mitigate as much as I wanted.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was the plan, and that's why I wrapped it like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the reasoning there.
Yep, makes sense.
And I'm just going to save my CP for other stuff.
Yes.
So I need it.
Fair enough. Cool. So I'll go straight in then. I'll just over here, I'll put the plasma pistol into them. I won't overcharge because it doesn't change anything. Hitting on 3s becomes 4s because I'm in combat and nothing. Cool. Over here, the Raptors, they can only shoot that one, so I may as well do both units at once as long as you're happy enough with that.
Yeah, sure.
I won't be re-rolling anything there anyway. So there'll be 2 melter guns and then...
So it's all one unit.
All bolt pistols. So, yep, 1, 2, 3... Sorry, there'll be 2 plasma pistols as well, and then 1, 2, 3 bolt pistols. So I'll start with the 2 plasma pistols, not overcharging because I don't want to kill them because they're only T6, right?
Yeah, T6.
And they reduce damage by 1?
These ones do not.
They don't.
The trucks.
I'll overcharge them.
Okay.
Getting greedy. Oh yeah. So the Slanesh unit pistol misses but doesn't kill himself, and the other Khorne unit pistol hits. Nice. Wounds on a 3. Wounds. So -3, 2 damage.
I do have flare launchers, so I get a 6-up in ball on these guys.
Nope, 2 damage.
2 damage, so one's on 6.
Yep. And so then I'll pop the melters. I should do them. I'll do them one at a time. Hitting on 3s. First one hits. Wounds on 3s. Nope, doesn't. Next one misses. Cool. Okay. Then 3 bolt pistols. 1 hit. It's not going well. 1 nothing. Cool. Okay. Oh well. No. So moving over on to. I'll start with Huron over here then. Yep. So he's got his the Tyrant's Claw is his big, awesome lightning claw power fist flamer thing. Yeah. Which in shooting is a 12-inch assault D6 that automatically hits. What's now that? The wonton, sorry, the every time I forget this, the let the galaxy burn rule that Chaos have make all their flamers like +2 hits, but I do not believe this counts because it's not a flamer. Okay. Which is unfortunate, but that's kind of fair because it would be like hilarious.
So what's the stats on the
flame weapon, page 176. Okay, so they do actually 176. It is. So the Tyrant's Claw is a flame weapon. So it's D6 +2 hits, and of course I'm in Wonton Massacre because I have to be.
What's the name of that one?
The Wonton Massacre is like the what's it called?
Chapter
Doctrine. So the tactical doctrine.
It's like the
Wonton Massacre.
Demonic equivalent of
exactly, yeah. So rapid fire, assault, and pistol weapons. Hit rolls of 6 or an additional hit. So rapid fire, assault, and pistol. So this is an assault weapon, but there's no hit roll, so it doesn't matter. But it's going to be D6 +2 hits. Onto.
So what's the AP on this? Sorry?
This is going to be AP -2. Sorry, Tyrant's Claw. AP -1, damage 1.
-1, damage 1.
Yep.
Okay, and this is going into
the Metamorphs.
All right, so I will spend CP here for. I don't know what it's called, but it's +1 to my cover save.
Okay, cool.
So I'm getting +2 effectively.
Yep. So what's your save normally?
So 5 up, down to 3 up.
Down to
now,
3 up,
and
back
I'll
up to
go
4 up
four.
against this. Cool. So D6 +2 hits. All right, so 5 hits.
Yep.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s.
Nice.
All wounds, so 5 wounds, and you're saving these on 4s.
So I'll lose 3. Okay.
Cool, all right. Very quickly as well, his Tyrant of Badab things on the Chosen, etc., etc. And then I will go straight into the Chosen. Actually, I'll go to the Plague Marines next because they don't get any buffs or anything like that.
Yep.
They'll put their 2 plasma guns, the one on the Sergeant and the one on the guy, into the wounded truck. And they will double check. They're not rapid firing there. Do you know if malicious volleys triggers for them if they did not? It's only if they don't move.
I have no idea.
Cool.
To be honest.
I'm just so many new rules and different things there to keep track of.
Yeah.
So I will put both plasma guns. Yeah, both plasma guns into the wounded truck. Everything else into the metamorphs. I'll start with the plasma guns. I will be rapid firing, overcharging both of them. I will start with the
I'm
Sergeant.
-1 damage. If you
Oh,
still
you
don't
are, aren't
charge,
you?
so
Ooh.
might not have-
In that case, I'm probably,
And then the truck only T6,
yeah.
I think.
Ooh,
So
that's a good point.
I'll look.
In that case, I'm not going to bother putting anything into it. I'll just put
Okay.
everything straight into the metamorphs, and I won't overcharge the plasma guns.
Yep.
So both plasma guns, 1 hit, 1 miss, and they do gain the Let the Galaxy Burn rule,
Nice.
but they don't get any Red Corsairs stuff. So 2 hits off that 6,
Yep.
2
Nice.
wounds, double 6s,
Minus a lot, right?
-3,
Into the metamorph.
3, so 4, 5,
3 up,
6s.
so I guess 6s. So 2 more.
2 more, cool. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolt guns there, but I'll have one of them throw a frag grenade instead, or a plague grenade or whatever it's called, blight grenade.
Yep.
For 1, cool, fails. Then the 4 bolt guns, so 8 shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, and then there's 2 extra hits there, so 8 hits.
Nice.
Very cool. And then wounding on 4s because you're T4.
Yeah.
So 5 wounds, no AP because they're just bolt guns, so you free up
I'll get
saves.
3s here.
Yep.
But I'll lose
Alright,
1.
cool.
That's nice.
No worries. So that means you've lost 4 so far. Or 5 so far.
6, I think.
6. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I've got 4. I'll have 4 left. Yeah.
Very nice. So I'm not going to spend a CP to let them shoot as well. They're happy enough where they are.
Yep.
What I will do is I will go with the Predator next, who's going to put the Soul Shatter las cannons into the unwounded Rock Grinder.
Yep.
Because they've got all the bonuses.
Yep.
In fact, it'll put all the las cannons into that one, and the Combi Bolter into the, not the Metamorphs, but the ones with the saws there.
Yeah, the hybrids.
Yep. And the Havoc Launcher will go into these Genestealers.
Okay.
Oh, yes, yep. So I'll start with the Havoc Launcher, going into the Genestealers. D6 shots, but it's blast, of course. Doesn't matter, 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and I get an extra one thanks to the Galaxy Burn. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Okay, 4 wounds, and it's AP nothing, but it doesn't matter for Genestealers.
Yeah. So
Cool.
4s.
Yep.
Make 'em
Very
all.
nice. Cool. Then I've got the Combi Bolter going into the little mooks in there, hitting on 3s. Okay, so 2 hits, wounding on 4s, sorry.
Yep.
Nothing. And then I'll start with the Soul Shatter las cannons, the big heavy ones.
Yep.
Where's the profile for these? Better just make sure that I'm reading the right thing. So it's going to be hitting on 3s into the unwounded Rock Grinder.
Okay.
Heavy 2, 3s. Okay, so 1 hit, 1 miss, but the hit becomes an additional hit.
That's really nice.
That's very
The
good.
las
Oh,
cannons?
sorry, this is heavy, isn't it? And I'm not in
Yeah.
heavy anymore, so only 1
working?
hit.
Oh.
Not working here. Strength 9, so 3s to wound.
Yep.
Wounds, -3.
Alright, so I get 6s here.
You do get 6s. Nope, there we go. Now this is D6 plus 2 minus 1, so D6 plus 1. Okay, so 3.
3. So he's got 7 left.
7 left, and then the 2 regular las cannons. Both hit,
Nice.
wounding on 3s. 1 wound and 1 fail.
So I need a 6 again.
6s.
Nope.
Nope. And D6. 6, down at -1, so 5.
Okay, so
Let's go down to 2. Cool. Alrighty. Gonna need to put some other shots into him. So, going to have to start putting shots from somewhere else into them as well.
What do you have left?
I've got the Chosen. I've got the Forge Fiend.
Can you see?
He can probably see this one, but
Yeah,
not that one.
See the truck.
So what the Forge Fiend will do is put one gun into the one it can see,
Yeah.
and then the other one. Ooh, I think I'm happy enough to leave them alone.
Okay.
I'll put the other one into this unit of wounded Ridge Runners over here.
Fair enough.
So now he is on his second bracket, so he's hitting on 4s. But what I'll do is I'll spend a CP on Demon Forge, going down to 1, so that I'll be hitting on 3s.
Nice.
So he's got D3 shots. This is going into the wounded, but the just the truck, not the rock grinder.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I think you can probably see both, but
Okay.
which one's?
Because I couldn't see you last. Oh, but you moved.
I've moved up.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon?
But it's pretty close.
It's your call, man. I'll go into whichever. If I can see the rock grinder, I'll go into the rock grinder.
I mean, I would.
I'm happy to go into the truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd probably say no.
Just the truck.
Yeah.
D3 shots for 1 shot, hitting on 3s. Hits. Strength 7, so wounding on 3s. Cocktail there. Yep.
Cool.
AP -3.
So need a 6.
Cool. And this is 3 damage, but down to 2 because you're
So
-1.
He's got
2 wounds left.
left.
And then the D3 shots into the Ridge Runners for 1 shot again. Okay. Misses. Okay, not great. So be it. So he's got 1 wound, 1 wound, 2 wounds.
2 each. They're both on 2.
Gotcha.
Both the trucks on 2. Yeah.
All right. So I think just to put it down, I'll put the Chosen can probably put most of the things in. All right. So I'll be able to put a single plasma pistol and a bolt gun rapid firing into the truck.
Yep.
And then I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolt guns into the. No, I'll just put the 5 bolt guns into the 3 saws in the middle.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'll start with the plasma pistol. I will overcharge this because he's hitting on 2s and rerolling everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you got -1 damage
yeah,
anyway, so there's no point.
No reason, actually.
Yeah, there's no reason. So hitting on 2s, not overcharging. Hits, wounds on 3s, wounds, -3,
6.
so 1 damage. And then there's the single bolt gun going in,
Move them, so
both hit, wounding on 5s, 1 wound, no AP. This
so
could kill
I need
it.
a 3.
Yep,
Okay.
love it. And then I'll go with there's the other 5 bolt guns, 2, 3, 4, and 5, going into the 3 of them left, yeah, with the saws and the drills.
3 with the saws and then 1 sergeant in that unit.
Gotcha.
So,
So into that unit there. Hitting on 2s because of prescience. Reroll on the 1s thanks to Huron.
And a 6.
Lovely. And then the 6 procs an extra hit. Then they're all wounding on 4s because they're just bolt guns.
Yeah.
And I don't believe Huron lets them reroll those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. No minus on these, so you're setting on 4s, I imagine.
4s, yeah. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4. Love it.
Cool.
Alrighty. And that will proc long walks. I've killed a unit on an objective.
And the bonus. Mission bonus.
And the mission bonus. Very nice. And then I don't think I've got anything that I can throw into that last truck to take that last wound off. Alright, Huron might have to
hitting
walk.
on 6s or 5s or 6s now. So
Yeah, Huron might have to go over there and get the business
Yeah.
done. So, that, I believe, moves us on to the charge phase. Yep, because they moved up, so they can't shoot. On to charges. I'll start over there. These Marines over here did advance, but because they're Red Corsairs, they advance and charge. So they're going to charge the bikes.
Yep.
Rolling a whopping 6, so not going super far, but it will be enough to bring them up and start to get them around here. They're not going to touch, so that when they pile in and consolidate, they can sort of get around them a bit. They are obsecs, they do take the objective off you, which is also procs the long war, which is very nice. The Plague Marines here will just charge the Genestealers.
Okay.
I'm assuming your metamorphs are obsec as well, aren't they?
No, they're elites, so
Okay.
I have no obsec on that point anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Flame Marines are elites, right?
They're elites, they're not obsec
MS,
either.
yeah.
Yeah, but the Chosen that are about to go in will count as double models.
Okay, cool.
So that's very nice. So they'll go up there. Now the raptors over here, the Slanesh raptors, are going to charge your Genestealers.
Okay.
Needing to roll a 9.
Yep.
It's an 8, it's not quite enough. That's fine, I'll take it.
Okay.
The other raptors will charge your Achilles. Ooh. Yeah, they'll charge the Ridge Runners, again needing a 9. Not getting it, another 8. Okay. Not the best charge phase. The Chosen then, they will charge. Gotta make some decisions here. I've got 7 of them, I can string out fairly well there. They're gonna charge both units of Genestealers.
Okay.
There and there, I think. Yes.
Yep.
Yep, they'll charge both units there. Making it with an 8. So I'll have to move them, I'll move them in a moment because I'll have to fiddle with those.
Yeah, that's all good.
And then Huron is going to charge ooh. So he needs to show showing an 8 to get to that one. And it'll be showing a lot more to get to the next one. Did advance up, so that's as far as he can get. He probably wants to just charge the Metamorph so he can sort of jump around there, kill them, and then consolidate and tag you.
Yeah, so
but he also kind of wants to kill it.
If you do kill the Metamorphs, I will
They
hit,
fight
I will
to
hit you
death.
back, and
Yeah.
they are no joke.
All right.
Like, they're getting...
So Huron will charge your truck.
Okay.
Needing an 8. I've rolled plenty of 8s so far, so you should do this. Easy. He does with a 10.
Nice.
So he will get right in there, and that should take him pretty close to the objective.
Yeah, I think
will.
I think you'll get it, actually.
And as long as I kill the truck, I'll actually take it because he counts as 2 models.
Oh,
Because Red Corsairs just love objectives. They're
man,
like,
this
yeah,
count as 2 models is amazing.
it's nice.
It's
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
That's why I'm checking about where your obsec is, so I
Yeah,
can be like,
yeah,
I'm going to
absolutely.
run around here and actually take it
It's
off
really
you.
nice.
Okay, the Chosen have charged in there. I'll have to start moving those. I'll put 2 of them there. I'll have to string a couple across. What I'll do is I'll get the Black Mace, which is the relic on the Sergeant, in there. With an 8, he'll run across there.
Yeah.
And then these guys will charge over here. The double accursed weapons over there with the Black Mace, and then 3 of them are going to be in over here. So that when they fight, ideally they'll kill most of them. In fact, actually, I'll need to do that.
So how many in this unit?
There's 2 in there
2 in there. Okay.
currently.
Yep.
I'll be able to do that, I think.
So
Do that.
you'll have to be 2 within 2, right? Because
So there's-
it's
Yep.
more
So
than 6.
there should be.
Is it 6?
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
So he'll just be there instead.
No.
So it'll be 2, and then there'll be the 1 there because he's within 2 of each,
Gotcha.
and then 2 there. Cool. So that's where they'll go. And then how many CP do you have left?
I have 3.
3 left. So you can interrupt somewhere,
Yeah.
which means that I'll start with, I think the Chosen over here because that's the biggest. I'll start with the Chosen. They're the most important one for me.
Okay.
So there'll be 4 of them attacking them, one of which has the Black Mace and one of which has 2 accursed weapons.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of fiddliness here. What the plan is to kill enough of them, hopefully wipe the squad with them, so that when I can consolidate, I actually get close around here and take the objective off you.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So that's the idea. Because each Chosen counts as 2 models.
Yeah.
And since they're in 2 units, I can sort of spread across both, and because they've got Huron's buff, they're fully rerolls to hit. Just everything, even though he's left off in the other direction. So Chosen have 3 attacks apiece to begin with, which is very handy. And the Champion has 4. Champion has the Black Mace, which is a separate weapon, so we'll do that separately. They are the mark of, I believe did I put Slanesh or Khorne on the Chosen? I don't remember which one it was, but it will affect what happens here.
So the Khorne is what, a strength and AP?
Strength and AP, but Slanesh's fights
The
first.
AP doesn't matter.
The fights first would.
No, you charge me.
Oh,
You're
charge.
activating them first.
Yeah, but it would. It wouldn't interrupt
So-
that anyway. So I want the Khorne, but I need to check what I've put on them. I did put
You
Khorne.
want the Khorne.
I want the Khorne. Give me the
You
Khorne.
like Khorne.
Like Khorne. So they have the icon as well. So +1 strength and +1 AP on everything,
Nice.
which is very nice. Okay, accursed weapon. To make additional attacks with accursed weapons just inbuilt as well, which is nice. And then the extra accursed weapon makes an extra attack as well. And then he
It's
gets
a lot
those.
of attacks.
This is a lot.
This is like new book attacks.
It is funny that. Cool. The first time they destroy an enemy unit, for the rest of the game, they're in all 3 doctrines as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So they're going to be hitting on 3s, but they're prescient, so they're hitting on 2s, and they're rerolling everything because of Huron, because of his like Chapter Master buff, essentially. The Cursed Weapons, which are going to be Strength 6, so you know, hitting on 2s. Rerolling the 1s. Love it. And they're going to be
extra for the 6s here, or is that,
no, I only get the ones for melee from turn 3 onwards if I'm in
okay.
Wanton
So it's
Slaughter.
like- it's literally like the doctrine.
There's a bit of overlap with rapid fire, which is nice, but yeah. So wounding you on 3s, so I'm strength 6. I can never make it any better, so I'm not going to spend the +1 on spend the CP on +1 to wound because I can never wound you on better than 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Wounding on 3s. So there's no rerolls this time, but that's still a lot of wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Now, of course, you've got your 4-up invulns.
4 balls. This is where they come in clutch.
Yeah.
This is maybe.
Wow. Very
Alright,
nice.
I'll still lose.
Oh, look, you lose
6.
Okay, cool.
So there'll be 2 left, I think.
1 left, I think.
1 left.
Very nice. And then the Black Mace will hit them. So that was now the champion.
6 so far. Now that wasn't even the champion.
No, that was just the regular guys. The champion.
That's a lot of attacks.
Now the Black Mace is really cool. It's 3 damage apiece and it spills over. So that's its whole
that's
relic
cool.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really
but
nice.
he's not carrying a cursed weapon, so I do drop an attack. He doesn't have the extra attack from that.
Okay. So I want.
So, whoop, I just went past it. All right. So yeah, it spills over. It's strength +2, which is strength +3. So his strength 7. AP -2, damage 3 that spills over. So he might have ended up wiping the unit himself too. Hitting on 2s. Okay, rerolling the 1s because of Huron and the cock die there. Cool, all hit. And then 3s. Okay, so 4 wounds. So you're invulns. You've got 1 guy left.
Yep. 4 ups.
He'll do this.
No. Okay.
Okay, cool. So it wipes the unit. So it won't matter for these 2 attacks, but for the rest of the game, they'll now be in all 3 doctrines. And then those 2, which are 3 attacks apiece, +1 for each accursed weapon, going into the other Genestealers. Hitting on 2s, rerolling the 1s thanks to Huron. Lovely. And then wounding on 3s. Oh, it's a lot of 1s and 2s there, so only 4 on the other unit of Genestealers.
4? Okay.
Yep.
So, hitting 4s again.
Yep.
Only
right.
1, so 3
Kills 3.
die. Okay. Right, so we'll pull out of the...
So pulling from the Plague Marines lets the Plague Marines get closer to the objective. Pulling from the Chosen lets the Chosen get closer to the objective. It's really like a trade-off for either way.
Yeah, so the thinking here actually is I'm going to interrupt you.
Yep, so I'll just pile these guys in, consolidate these guys in here.
Yep.
So that consolidation on its own won't take the objective, but it will just bring them closer to it.
Yep.
Cool. And it puts a couple of them in cover for shooting next turn.
Yep.
Yep, so you're going to spend 2 CP to interrupt?
So what's in cover? The Huron and the Plague Marines, right?
Huron and the Plague Marines are things that
So
charged, yep.
the Plague Marines are going to hit me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pile into
The Chosen?
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, yeah.
So I'll go down to 1 CP.
Yep, keeping in mind that they'll still need to end closer to the Plague Marines
Yeah,
anyway.
so-
They can probably choose either way.
Oh, so he can't, right?
He'll have to be
he'll
close to the
have
Plague Marines.
So I'll have to go. So I'm only getting 4 into the Chosen.
It's still, what, 16 attacks? 16. You could still wipe the squad, like,
So
not quite.
I
not
will
quite, but yeah.
base the Chosen
Yep,
then, and I'll. If he can only go there, then I might as well pile in here and base this Plague Marine. Just
Yep,
to stop your
just to
movement
make
a
it that
little
much
bit,
harder.
Just, yeah, 'cause
Yep.
Why not? At this point.
Yep.
They'll probably die anyway.
All you want to do is you want to jump in there, you want to clog them up, base as many as you can, so you stop them getting their free movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, okay. And he'll have to go like that, I think.
Yep. So you should be able to get 4 of them into the Chosen and 2 of them into Plague Marines.
4 into the Chosen.
Yep.
And 2 into the Plague Marines.
I'll count out the 2 for well, there's 2 for you. There's another 2. Yep.
Alright, so these are the Chosen.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s.
Very nice.
Cool.
Cool. And your
And
strength.
Strength 5.
Strength 5, nice. They're still toughness 4, so you're winning on 3s, but they're 3 wounds each now.
They're 3 wounds each!
Chosen, they're just Terminators without Terminator armor.
2 wounds each.
Terminators,
Oh,
Possessed, and Chosen are all basically the same thing. It's hilarious.
Okay. So
Very nice. You've got a drop die there, you can try that one. Yep.
So that's 9 at -3, down to -2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At -3, so down to -2. So my 3-up save becomes a 5-up save.
Hopefully I can kill like 2 here at least. I hope. Oh, not with
one,
rolls like that.
Alright, 3. So I take one wound. Fine. Alright, taken 2 wounds. You've killed a chosen. Alright, you kill 1 chosen. Perfectly.
Really looking for a bit more, but
I'll just pop. There's a mook here who's only modelled the bolt gun, because what a schmuck. So he pops.
Alright, and then we have the
2 into the Plague Marines.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
So the Plague Marines still gain Disgustingly Resilient. They don't gain all the other Death Guard rules, but they don't gain Red Corsairs, but they do gain Let the Galaxy Burn and the Nurgle icon rules from this book, which is kind of cool.
And you're still T5, right? So
I'm still T5,
4s.
so you can't wound me on a roll of a 4, on a natural roll of 4, because of the icon of Nurgle.
Ah, that's cool.
So this is what the icon of Nurgle does, which is, it's weird, but it's just kind of cool.
So I need 5s here.
Each time an attack is made against this unit, the strength characteristic of that attack either equals or is double or more the toughness, you -1 to wound.
Right, okay.
So you'll be wounding on 4s, -1 is 5s. That's cool.
So only 2.
2 wounds, no worries. And also range, oh yeah, unmodified hit rolls of 6 automatically wound for them because of their icon of Nurgle, which is cool. So 2s, you're -3.
Yep. So
So my 3-up goes to a 4-up to a 5-up, so I ignore the first point of AP. Right, I take both of them, as it kills 1 Plague Marine. Oh wait, what's this? Is there a bolt gun schmuck who's been based? Wook? He dies.
I will consolidate and, and base you again.
Note that that does pull them out of coherency, but you can move, as long as they move back into coherency, it's fine.
I'll base you again.
Yep. Cool. So, because now I can do anything, I'll do the Plague Marines to start with. So he'll pile in his 3 to there. He'll have to end closer to him, so he's not actually going to be able to get into them. He's not going to touch the Metamorphs.
Yep.
He's just getting in there. So he'll be back there, ending there. He'll get to there. So I'll get everyone into the Genestealers, but he'll just won't be as close as he wants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So Plague Marines, I don't have the book on me. I believe it 2 attacks. Is the Death Guard Codex up there, Lawrence?
Oh, search for you. Plague Marines.
Which is Plague Marines, yeah. I mean, I've got Battle Scribe here.
I haven't a Death Guard army, so I should
Yeah, I played them at ATC like 2 weeks ago.
I think
VTC, sorry, 2 weeks ago. I have them here.
What are you looking for, Plague Marines?
Attacks.
Attacks.
How
So
many
they got 2 attacks each and an extra 1 on the champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 6 of them now.
3 attacks for champion, 2 attacks for the regular Plague Marine.
Yep.
Nice.
Which weapon are you looking for?
They have all. So the champion
knives.
has a Power Fist, and everyone else has the Plague Knives.
Plague Knives.
So you don't get contagions, right?
Sorry, the champion also has
User
No, I don't. -1, 1. Cool.
-1 AP, 1 damage.
Yep, and they're Plague Weapons. Cool. So I'm hitting you on 3s with no rerolls to hit. Cool. Okay, dropping those. And then I'm not in Massacre, so I don't get exploding 6s yet. And then they're going to be wounding you on 3s.
You don't get the contagion, do you?
No contagion.
So you're strength 4.
Yeah, wounding you on 4s, but I'm rerolling to wound.
Okay.
Because they're Plague Weapons. Rerolling 1s to wound, Plague Weapons. Which is good, because they all wound except for a 1. Who wounds? So 6 wounds, these are at -1, 1 damage. 6 of them left.
Oh, I'll lose 4.
Alright. So then I'll have the 3 Power Fists going into the remaining 2.
Times 2, -3 damage.
Is there -1 to hit? There is, isn't there?
Subtract 1 from the attacks control, so -1 to hit for you.
Okay. Or I could use the Demonic Plague Blade, which is strength +1, which the Power Fist would be wounding on 2s, but wound 3s anyway. So I may as well go with the Demonic Plague Blade, because it's +1 to +1 strength, so wounding you on 3s, with no minus to hit. So hitting on 3s, all hit, and wounding on 3s. Rerolling the 1 because it's also a Plague Weapon, which a Power Fist isn't. So, alright, 3 wounds.
4.
Yep. Kills the last 2.
No, that's bad.
Alright. So I've well and truly procced both Vets of the Long War and the Sub-Primary. And their pile-in will bring them up in here, and I should therefore have way more than enough models to take this objective.
Yeah, you'll have it.
Consolidate, sorry, brings them up there.
Yeah, you'll definitely have it.
Very nice. Cool. And then I'll go over here to the 5 Marines there. Would you care to just like pile them in around a bit?
Yeah.
So Legionaries. Now, those are the Slanesh unit because they're the horny boys. They've got the horns and the helmet. I'm very, very proud of that joke. They're Mark of Slanesh, so they fight first always, and they have +1 to hit first time, each time. Yeah, they have +1 to hit in melee, period. Because look at the icon.
These marks are
great.
good.
I'm really enjoying them,
Khorne
yeah.
is good.
Khorne's good,
Extra
Slanesh is good.
strength.
We haven't seen Tzeentch yet, because I think it's on... I don't know if I don't think I put Tzeentch on anyone. I might have done. Anyway, Tzeentch is the one where the first failed save is just ignored, like as in changed to 0. So that's pretty fun. 2 attacks apiece. Sorry, 3 attacks apiece. Yeah, 3 attacks apiece on Legionaries, and then 4 on the Sergeant. Now the Sergeant there has the Power Fist.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I might as well to hit all the time.
Yep.
Even in combat. So.
Cool. So you've got a -1, I've got a -1 on the Power Fist, and then a +1 anyway, so it's irrelevant. So I'm hitting you on 4s everywhere, with the +1 from Slanesh. It's 3s everywhere, but 4s on the Power Fist.
Yeah.
So I'll just start with the regular guys, because you've got a wounded guy. Hitting you on 3s. No rerolls there. Cool. And you're toughness 4.
I am toughness 4, yeah.
Yep, so 4s to wound. That's not great though. No rerolls there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at AP 1 because it's a chainsword.
AP 1. I do have to check.
And sorry, they get extra attacks to chainswords,
Nice.
which I'll just roll out real quick here. So 3s and then 4s. All right, 5, 6, 7 wounds with chainswords.
7 wounds. All right. So I do have a 4-up save on these guys.
Yep.
So how many?
7.
7.
Yep. So
I need
5s.
5s.
1, 2.
Okay. So one's wounded, so he'll die, and then 2 more will die.
Lovely. So you got 1 guy left.
So who's the leader?
Who I'll then Power Fist. 4s, 3 hits, and then 2s, which is 3s because Twisted Helix.
Yep.
2 wounds at minus a bunch.
3, I think.
Yep. Cool.
Cool.
All right.
I'll clear it.
And then they will consolidate. I'll go kind of that way, just making sure they're all in cover.
Okay.
And also like 3 of them on the objective at least.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We should all get on the objective while in cover.
Yeah. So you can.
While you're doing that, I'll count out Huron. Now Huron's a bad man.
Yeah.
So his
yeah.
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 So I'll make sure his pile in will take him towards the back of the vehicle, so that when he consolidates, he can go and tag the rock grinder as well.
Okay.
He needs to do 1 wound here. I just want to read out the profile real quick. So he has the Tyrant's Claw and his axe in melee. So they're 2 different weapons. The Tyrant's Claw doubles the number of attacks he has. The Power Axe doesn't, but it's +2 strength, -2 AP and 2 damage. So they're both kind of irrelevant here. His strength 4, he's +2 thanks to Diabolic Strength. So his strength 6 base.
Nice.
Your toughness 7.
And T6.
T6. So I'd be wounding you on 4s with double the number of attacks. So 7 attacks goes to 9 attacks goes to 18 attacks. So I'm wounding you on 4s with 18 attacks. Or wounding you on 3s with 9 attacks.
Chaos Specimen characters are good.
So technically wounding you on 4s I think is slightly better, but whatever. I'll just use the axe because I've never used the axe because I always use the claw. So he's got 9 attacks. Cool. And he's going to be hitting on... Oh, I've also just noticed he can use his Chapter Master rerolls on himself, which is amazing. Not his inbuilt aura, but he can choose himself to reroll. Cool. Anyway, so he's going to be hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 3s. So 3 1s are not great. Wounding on 3s. All of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 wounds at -2 and 2 damage, but down to 1.
So 5s. So he's dead.
Very dead. Does
it
it explode?
does it explode?
Come on, you can do it! Okay. So as I mentioned, I'll just jump around there for his pile and consolidate. 3 inches will take him there, and the other 3 will take him across to where that one is. So he'll tag the rock grinder.
Yep.
And because he counts as 2 models for the purposes of holding objectives,
Yep.
that is very firmly Huron Blackheart's objective.
I will hit you with the rock grinder.
Please do.
So he has 2 wounds left.
Yep.
So that means he only gets D3 attacks now.
Only D3.
Rather than 6 plus 2 on the charge. But anyway.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
Oops.
Yep. Big three. That's good.
Alright, so his weapon skill stays the same, so he's still hitting on 3s.
That's good. He's hitting you. It's not hard.
Okay, so 2.
Yep.
He's strength 9 with
So,
Twisted Helix.
2s to wound.
2s.
Very nice.
2 at minus 2.
Minus 2. So it becomes -1. So I'll save it on 4s regardless, both on the invuln and the regular one.
Yep.
These are damage.
Damage 2, flat 2.
Damage flat 2. He's got 6 wounds, so can't kill him. Saving on 4s. He cops 1, takes 1.
2.
So he's got 4 wounds left.
Okay.
I'll pop that one around there. And that pretty much does combat, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Very nice.
They're done with that, yeah. That was brutal.
That was it's taken every objective on the
Chosen
board.
are good. I like Chosen.
I love seeing that. I'm
They're
like,
really
oh,
cool.
Chosen are the way
That
to
was
go.
amazing.
Yeah, the Raptors failed charges, but they're there now. You got to deal with them.
Yeah.
And
I got problems now.
you got a lot of problems. I've covered most of the board. You'll have a couple of spots you can show up for deep
Yeah.
strike.
Yeah.
But I'm holding it all 5 objectives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So at the end of that one, Lawrence, I'm engaging in only 3/4, so 2 points.
Okay.
And then I've got.
Long War,
I will have maxed that for 3 points this turn.
Raid and Reeve.
Raid and Reeve, I've performed the action once, so I'll score 1 point for being on my home objective with it. Sorry, that will complete at the end of my next command, start of my next command phase.
Oh, okay.
So it's ongoing on my home field objective.
Cool.
Yep,
I
so
do owe you a morale just in the middle here.
on the Metamorphs, yep.
Yeah, so they're leadership 8.
They
and I've
lost 6.
so I need 102.
Yep,
102.
show me that 6. I ate the
Oh,
2.
nice.
You're doing real well on those morale checks.
Yeah.
That's nice. Cool.
And
But, sorry, you are negative because you're near a Plague Marine unit for the Icon
Okay,
of
so
Despair.
that means I'll
that will
fail.
fail. I'll just
So-
double check. So, Icon of Despair. No, never mind. In your morale phase, roll 1d6 for each enemy unit within engagement range on a 4+ suffer 1 mortal wound. So no, never mind. It's not a negative anymore. You're fine.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let's be right back then for Genestealer Cult turn 2.
Okay, so movement phase, we've come down all over the board. So we brought in a big 17-man unit here, Shooty, and they can come in 3 because they're provision planning, and they're obsec, so we've stolen that.
Very nice.
We moved up here, so we could charge here. We brought in the Flamers here, and we're picking Huron for the +1 to wound.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to flame him to death.
Look, he's done his job. He can get flamed. It's fine.
And then
He's
we've
happy.
done a small 5-man here, and they're going to do R&D for me.
Yep.
Just because it's
In the
cheap,
back
easy.
quarter here.
Yep.
May as well.
And the main event is the Patriarchs coming into play, and we need to do with his Chosen. So that's the plan. He's gonna do psychic stuff, charge them.
Yep,
or
makes
the
sense.
Plague Marines, or we'll see. Yeah.
Yep. Now there's a unit you weren't able to bring in
Yeah.
because Huron's on the board. I can use the Red Corsairs stratagem raid supply lines for 2 CP, which I did. You use it at the start of the reinforcement phase of your opponent's movement phase. If a Red Corsairs warlord from your army is on the battlefield, which Huron is, and essentially I choose one of his units that he has in Deep Strike or Strat Reserve, and then I say you just can't bring that on this turn.
Yeah.
You can do it in turn 1 or 2, you can't do it in turn 3, and you can only use it once. It does also work on things like drop pods that say they must arrive turn 1. You can actually delay them for a turn, which is pretty cool. So I've used that on your unit of drills.
Yeah. So
because
it's
they
a
scare me.
10-man acolyte with drills, and
Yep.
they come in from Deep Strike and get reliable charges.
And then they roll 3d6 to charge, and I've gone, I don't want that this turn.
Yeah.
And so it's staying off the board.
Yeah. So I have to push it back till next turn.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So we'll get straight into Psychic. I'm going to start with the Magus just behind the ruin here.
Yep. So have they moved any closer?
Yeah, they probably have.
So I'm definitely in range there.
Yeah, yep.
Not there. I'll be in range of the
With the-
Patriarch there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Alright, so we're going to smite Huron.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the plan.
Needing a 5.
Needing a 5.
That's an 11. It's going to be D6 mortal wounds. There's no chance I'm going to stop it anyway.
Yep.
Huron's going to take several mining lasers to the face, so go for it.
Alright.
For 3.
3,
So he has
okay.
1 wound left.
Yep.
Cool.
Next we'll do Mark from Beyond.
Yep.
From him onto the...
Patriarch. Or the Metamorphs.
I think we're going to go with the Metamorphs here.
Cool.
For his extra attacks. Yeah.
Very nice.
So 6 will go off.
Well, I'll try and deny that. Because you've got 2 powers, right?
He's got 2 powers.
Yep. Yeah,
Nice.
not happening.
Okay.
Almost would have denied this night.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's from the Master Possession back here.
So Huron's got 1 left.
Yep.
So now I think we'll do Chosen have 3 wounds each, man.
3 wounds each on Chosen. It's so good. So good.
So Huron's only cover, is he?
No, he's just hanging out
Can
in
you
the
make him a 2-up save?
No.
No. Okay. That's right then. So the
just
Flamers
hanging
should
out.
do their job then
Yep.
and finish him. So in that case, we're going to do Psionic Blast onto the Chosen.
Yep. So which is your big mortal wound dump?
So this is, basically mortal wounds.
And what's the other power he has?
The other one is Mental Onslaught, which is more mortals, but it works in a weird, it's like mortals with extra steps, like smart with extra steps.
Gotcha. And which one was the... Oh yeah, gotcha. Yep, cool.
So I think I'm just going to use Psionic Blast into the Chosen.
Yep. And you've also got the fights last and -1 attack power, yeah?
No, so that's on the
Magus.
Magus, which
Cool.
I've smited.
Yep, no worries. Go for it.
So we'll do Psionic Blast on the Chosen,
Yep.
which goes off
On a 10?
On a 10.
Look, I
So-
think I'll let you have it. I'm not going to
What's your
deny it.
leadership on the Chosen?
They're going to be leadership 9 or 10, I think.
Okay. So if I roll higher than your leadership, it becomes flat 3 mortals.
Yep, cool.
So just double check. Yeah. Otherwise,
It's at least 9,
otherwise
it might
it's
be
just
10.
D3, yeah. So,
It is leadership 10 on the sergeant.
okay. So is it equal to
Okay.
leadership 10?
Leadership 10.
Damn. Okay, that's
They
impressive.
they don't care. They're like, yeah, you can kill us, it's fine.
Yeah, that's.
They're the chosen of chaos.
Yeah.
They're ascending, chosen by the chaos gods. It's good.
So
Well, by Khorne in this case.
equal to or greater than its leadership.
So you got a 10 plus
So
on 2 dice.
I will get a 10, so that they do take 3 mortals.
On the cast, or you roll extra dice?
Yeah, result of the psychic test. Was it equal
Very
to or
nice.
greater than? Yeah.
So I just
it'll
take
be
3
flat
mortals?
3. Yeah.
Yep, it'll just pop, I guess this guy here.
Yep.
Regular guy. Yeah, I've still well got that objective.
Okay. That was pretty good.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Then I think we'll do Mental Onslaught onto the Plague Marines then.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, let's see what we get. So the 9 will go off.
I may as well try and deny that. 9. A 10,
Nice.
all right. So it wouldn't have denied the other one, but it would have denied that, so I'm happy with that.
Very nice.
Cool.
All right, that's my
with
psychic.
the sorcerer down here.
That's my psychic. So shooting,
Yep.
we're going to do all the flames into Huron.
Cool. He's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
See if you can pop him.
So I'm pretty sure they're all in range, but
I imagine you would have placed them all in range anyway, so yep.
so there's 10d6 auto hits.
Very nice. And look, Huron walks up, he flames you, you drop down, you flame him back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fair. It makes sense.
So here we go.
10 ones. No, it's not ones.
So that's 10,
20, 30,
39,
41.
41. Okay.
41, all two.
So we'll do 20 maybe.
Yep.
So I got 10,
You got 10 there. And there's
15.
15, and that's going to be 20.
So
Yep.
another 21 if this doesn't kill him.
Yep. Wounding on
This better
5.
kill him.
Good.
Overkill.
So I'm getting. I know.
Probably.
I know.
Yeah.
So he can get
he'll be
12.
fine.
Yeah.
He'll be
it's-
fine.
yeah. So we're winning on 4s
Yeah.
because I get plus on a wound.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Because I've arrived.
Because you've got proficient planning to arrive
Yeah.
this turn. Yep.
So that is.
A lot of wounds. Just going to roll these.
Yeah.
He's going to roll. They're all going to be 3-ups. He's got this.
This
I
should
could roll them one at a time. He's very dead. He only failed 3 of them.
Good,
he could have survived that if he had full wounds. So yeah, Huron goes down.
do it.
Look, I'm happy with that. He spent a turn. He scored a bunch of points. He took objectives. Yeah. He used his hammer dryer to make himself insane. So yeah, cool.
Okay, so next we're going to do. I think we're going to see if we can get lucky with. No, I don't think that's the play. Actually, yeah. No, we will. We'll throw a blasting charge. These guys
Yep.
are going to shoot the Malefiend.
Forge Fiend.
Forge
Yep,
Fiend
Forge
here.
Fiend. Very nice.
And the sergeant will throw the
Blasting charge.
leader will throw a blasting charge.
Cool.
So that's D3 grenades shots, so 2.
2. Very nice.
Hitting on 4s.
2 hits. Strength.
Strength 5, so
T7, so 5s. No.
Okay, so
And
2
then it
hits
was-
so far.
Oh, yep. So you need, what, 5 hits
So I
from
need 5,
damage 1?
so it's not going to happen.
Cool.
But it's 2 more pistols.
Yep.
Shit. And 1 wound. No, strength 6. Strength 3.
Strength 3
So I
to
need
6s.
the-
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
That's all. Next. So this is tricky. This is a bit tricky.
Got a lot of decisions to make. The Ridge Runner fell back, so
Yeah.
it can't shoot. Your
The
Rock
Grinder,
Grinder
yeah.
fell back, so it can't shoot anything.
So I think we're gonna
You've
go.
got
We're just
4
gonna
Ridge
go
Runners,
for
and then Metamorphs and your Neophytes. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna go for it with the Ridge Runners. We're gonna try and finish
Pop
this
the Forge Fiend?
off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So you've got 2 mining lasers, which
The 2
are
mining lasers.
D3 shots or D6 shots?
D3.
D3 each.
So
Cool.
go with them.
Oh, big
six
six
again.
again. Hey, look, this happened before.
Yeah.
It didn't do
Only
anything.
hit 2.
So
there we go.
let's see how we go. Nothing.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Ridge Runners.
And they're the ones
Both
you get
these
-1 to hit
ones.
too. Like they're sitting there, they're happy. Oh god. All right. Again, look, 12 stubbers though. These can do
12
work.
stubbers. I don't
These
know
can
if
do
they'll
work.
do 5, but okay.
All right, cool.
I'm hitting on 4 still.
Yep. Infinitely better than the lasers. Already.
5s.
1.
1. Minus
3 up.
nothing. on that.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's do. Look, that's not optimal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Suboptimal is an accurate way to describe that.
Let's just think about it for a sec. So
Yeah.
the plan is these are gonna go charging in,
Yeah, they'll
With
charge
the
stuff.
Patriarch.
They'll do all that.
and then so these are gonna go. These were backup in case they didn't kill Huron, which.
Yep. Which they
But
did.
I put them in a way that I can now shoot other stuff.
You've got.
So we're
you
gonna
can shoot that one. You can shoot
Yeah.
them. You can shoot them. You can shoot the Chosen.
So I think I'm gonna shoot the Plague Marines.
Yep. So 2 mining lasers
Two
and
mining
12
lasers.
stubber shots.
Yeah. So there are 6 in the unit,
Yep.
and these are blast.
Cool. So just
So
6
it's
shots.
just straight up 6 shots.
Very nice.
Which it hasn't helped me so far.
No.
Anyway.
Yep. So they're all hanging out in cover as well, so we're getting extra saves and things.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
So I'm gonna
Carry on.
Pause. Okay. 2 again.
But crossfired now because they have hit.
They are crossfired now.
Which the Forge Fiend isn't because it still didn't get enough hits.
No, the stubbers.
Oh, the stubbers did. Yeah.
I think the stubbers did. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna shoot anything
Yeah.
else with it.
Okay. Cool.
I need 2s for
2
strength 9.
strength 9 against toughness 5.
so threes.
So 3s. Yep.
Yes,
AP
-3.
-3. So they're 2 up saving cover. -3 they ignore the first one for -2, so 2 up, so 3 up, 4 up. Make 1 fail 1. Damage.
D6.
Yep.
So I need a 3 to kill.
3 to kill 1. This is -1. There you go. It'll pop this moot
Cool.
back here.
Ridge Runners did something.
There you go. Yep.
Finally.
Important.
Good. So the stubbers, same target. 'Cause
Yep, of course.
I had to declare that.
I think they're the one you want to shoot into here anyway.
Yeah,
I think
I would need
it's
it.
probably a good choice. Got to start whittling them down.
Yeah. So 12 shots.
Yep. Now these, because shooting all happens at the same time, these don't get the benefit of the crossfire token.
Correct. Yeah.
But next shots into them will.
I don't think I rolled any 3s in.
Wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
So these are
5s
5s.
and
So
5 wounds.
5 at -nothing.
-nothing, so 2 ups. I still fail 1.
Wound.
So one of them has 1 wound remaining. Go
Okay.
grab a dice down here. Thanks, mate. Alrighty. So you've got
So
the Metamorphs have guns.
I got pistols. So we'll do 4 pistols into
Plague Marines, I imagine. Try and pop that
2
guy.
up saves, right?
Yeah, 2 up save on the Plague Marines, 3 up on the Chosen.
Let's just shoot Chosen, try to get
Knock a couple of wounds off.
wounds.
Yeah, fair enough.
So 2 hits, and
Yep.
then I need
Hey.
1. Yep.
It does fail.
So 1 damage.
Down to 2 wounds on, I guess that guy there. They're all the same.
How many CP do I have left?
2. Okay.
Two. Alright, in that case, we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do massed firearms.
Yep. So how many CP is that?
So this is just 1.
Yep.
On the neophytes over there. So 6s to hit auto wounds.
Very cool.
actually.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna put. So he's obsec, right?
Him?
The lone guy is
Yeah.
obsec.
So are you. So you're all over it.
Yeah, it's
But
just if they all die, well, if a lot of them die,
if a lot of them die,
and then
you
you
kind
don't
of
have any more obsec
yeah.
over there.
You do
so-
kind of want to just pop him. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's a good
So
play.
I think we're gonna do the 2 big guns
Yep.
into him,
Yep.
and the rest will go into the raptors. The raptors that are not in cover.
So the
So-
Raptors are for Slanesh.
Yeah.
The Mark of Slanesh Raptors out here in the open with the old school jump packs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Where do you want to start?
So
2
we'll
big
do
guns.
the seismic.
Yep. So they're 3 shots apiece.
Yes.
Cool.
So this profile, the 2 damage profile.
Yep.
3 shots each.
Very nice.
So yeah,
So they're heavy, I imagine.
they are.
So
So I'm
hitting
hitting
on
on
5s.
5s.
Cool.
Okay, good talk.
All right. Good stuff. Carry on. As you were.
Okay, so I think everything's in rapid fire range. So this will be 15.
So 30.
So it's 30 shots into the Raptors.
Yep. I'll count 15 out for you here as well. 10. And that's 15.
That's 10. Okay, so 5 more. And
Yep. Cool. Lovely. I'll give you these ones there.
so these are hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Because these are not heavy.
Cool. I'll
Just
start
all
pulling.
again. So 6s are auto wounding, and I think I rolled
Very
1.
nice. You
Okay.
good use of that CP.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
Yep.
1 for 1.
Cool. Alrighty. So now the 6 auto wounds, and then you've got all of those
So
to
these
wound.
are strength 3.
So wounding on 5s. Because Raptors are still T5. That's a solid number of 5s.
Actually.
There's another one there.
Cool.
Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just grab these. 6 of them, and these are at AP nothing.
It's just
And they're 1 damage each.
1 damage each, yeah.
So I'll take them 2 at a time. One has 1 wound left, 1 dies. I lost 1, 3 up. All right, cool. So 1 dies and 1 is on 1 wound. So I'll grab that one there, and it'll just kill the dude at the back who's the furthest away because
That's right.
he's so lazy back there. He's just hanging out. He's not doing his job. Cool.
Alrighty. Finally, we have they've shot. Yeah.
They have shot?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I think that's it.
Right,
Charges.
so we're gonna charge. What am I gonna charge?
So just because I have no CP, I can't Overwatch. So there's no reason for you to be spending CP
Yeah.
on stopping Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah. So the metamorphs are gonna charge the chosen.
Yep.
And do that.
Go ahead.
First, because I shouldn't fail this.
11. Very nice.
So we'll just.
I can't imagine they want to get too far from the objective. I'm assuming they're hoping to kill them and then
So-
pile in, or?
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
But I think I might have to fight here first. Oh, you can't interrupt me anyway.
I can't interrupt you, no. But they
I'm
do.
overthinking it.
They do
So-
fight first, so I'll
They
choose
do
to fight there.
first. Okay.
Yep.
Do these fight? These guys fight first.
No, they're marked as corn, so they will fight
So I'll pick
whenever they get
here
there.
first.
You'll pick over there first, yeah.
Then the patriarch.
Yep. Who does he want to charge?
Do we want to charge both? Is that greedy? That might be a bit greedy.
I've been being greedy all game and it's paying off,
Yes.
Yeah,
kind
you
of.
need to be greedy
So
now.
Let's be greedy.
let's do
I'm gonna
it.
charge both.
Do it. Get in there.
That'll do
Yep.
it.
7 will do it.
So we're
We'll just make a bit of room for his base in there. His infantry, he can move through it all. It's fine.
in there.
Lovely.
Alrighty.
Cool.
So.
And then over here?
Of course, the acolytes.
Yep.
Through here.
So a 3-inch
do it.
will make it.
Yeah.
So you're obsec there as well, aren't
I
you?
am. Yeah.
But I count as 2 models each, so I count as having 10 models on the point. And just FYI, the Forge Fiend counts as 5 because he's got more than 10 wounds.
Right.
So if he gets in, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just here now. It's like a little mini knight. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll start there since they're.
So the reason Ed's starting there, that unit's mark of Slanesh and has the icon of Slanesh, which means they fight first always, which puts them at the same level of operations as a charging unit. So if he chose to fight somewhere else, I could then choose them to fight before his charging unit. So he chooses the charging unit first, fights there. I can't interrupt over here, so he gets to fight here first as well.
Yeah.
So carry on.
So we'll start with the swords.
Yep.
So
you got-
I've got 2 swords in here.
very nice.
2 attacks each.
Yep.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
Yep. Okay, 3 hits.
These are strength 9.
Strength 9, so 2s to wound. Okay, you still drop 1.
So these are minus 4.
Minus 4,
Flat
so it
two.
becomes minus 3,
Yep.
which means I'm saving on 6s.
No 6s, please.
Oh, okay, and a flat 2 would
Add
damage,
2
yeah?
damage on this.
So it'll kill just 2 random mooks in there. I'll
Yep.
pull those while you count the rest of them.
And then there's 3 more plus the leader. Yep. So two more plus the leader.
Cool,
So
those 2. I
10
still
more
count as
attacks.
6 models on the objective, which is hilarious.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, Red Corsairs, I'm really feeling them. They're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yep, carry on.
So 10 more attacks from the
Yep.
others.
And this is just with their regular
Just
stabby blades.
regular claws and blades. And,
Cool.
Yeah. So it's hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Cool. And then these are strength 5, because it's just helix.
Yep, so
So
3s to wound. Tasty. It's a lot of
Drop
2s,
4.
Okay.
So 3 at minus 2.
which becomes minus 1. So I'm saving on these on 4s, and these are 1 damage each, yeah?
These are 1 damage each.
Oop, I've lost the dice. I've made 2. I've made 3. They're good.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep. So now I actually get to choose to fight with them now
Yeah.
because they're at the same order of operations.
Yeah.
So they have 3 attacks base as legionaries, +1 on the sergeant, because he's a sergeant or a champion. So I'll start with the 2 regular guys. Now they're Mark of Slanesh, so they're hitting on 2s. They are only strength 4, so they are going to be winding you on 4s. Which they love with 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds with no AP.
So I need 5s.
Oh, very nice.
3, luckily.
Cool. So 1 dies. And then the 4 Power Fist attacks, hitting you on 2s up to 3s because it's a Power Fist.
Okay.
Lovely, so only drop 1. And then these will be wounding you on 2s normally, but 3s because Twisted Helix. So 3 wounds, and these are at -3, -4.
Kill 3.
Very nice.
This has not gone well.
I appreciate feeding me a unit.
I really didn't
It's always nice.
Yeah, okay, well.
2 wounds now means that like it
that's
takes so much more to get through them. Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, armor contempt, they sit there, it's great. Yeah, CSM are like tough now.
Okay.
It's good.
So,
The
main
big
event.
Big Daddy Boy, clapping cheeks. You got the Patriarch and you got the Metamorphs.
So
Where
I don't
are you going?
think the Plague Marines could kill the Patriarch. So,
I can't interrupt either. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
So I'm just going to put everything into Chosen.
Might I suggest starting
So
with
I'm
the
going to start with the
Metamorphs?
Metamorphs in that case.
Because if they just kill the Chosen
Let's take
outright,
it.
then you're, or do a lot of damage to them, then you can be
That's
like, oh,
absolutely the correct
I'm happy to go
I'm gonna
away.
do that. Did I get marked from the under?
Sorry,
I
you,
think I did.
no, because
You
I
denied it.
denied 1 from each and you failed 1.
Yeah.
The only one you got off was the mortal wounds
So
from the
in
Chosen.
that case, I think they're getting 3 each instead of 4.
Very nice. 3 each is still very nice.
It's not bad. Bad.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so it'll be 3 each
Yep.
and 4 for the leader. So we've
Alrighty.
got
There's 4 of them there.
4 there. So 12.
And these are with their like
Plus 1.
claws and whips and they're metamorph like
Yeah,
weapons
so these are
and crazy
metamorph
things.
weapons. So
Yep.
yeah, they're like strength 6 minus 3. 1
Very
damage.
nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is why I wanted more attacks. But
Yep.
That's 8.
They're 4 attacks each.
So
Oh, three. Yeah.
So 9 plus 4, so
Gotcha.
13.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's 12, 13.
+1, 13. Very nice.
Alright, so no rerolls here. They're just straight up hitting
Straight
the
up.
threes.
Straight dice. Here we go. Oh.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Strength 6.
T5 on Chosen. T4 on Chosen. So 3s.
So 3s.
Same either way, but still good to be accurate.
Alright, a bit better.
That's very nice.
So that's 5, 7, and minus
7?
3.
7 at -3.
7.
So it becomes -2. So their 3 ups go to 5 ups. There's a wounded guy who dies. Another guy dies. And another guy has 2 wounds left.
Okay.
So I'll kill.
Not bad.
I'll kill just the wounded guy and then the mook out there. Yep, and then the guy with the axe over here just has 2 wounds remaining. Cool.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm doing that is the Plague Marines still hold the center over the Patriarch. Now, of course, the Patriarch could just kill them, and fair. But it also means the Patriarch now can't actually attack the Chosen anyway.
This is what I was thinking about doing the Patriarch first. Because if you pull like this, now the Patriarch can't kill the Chosen.
Right, fair enough. If you would like to throw the Patriarch attacks in, I'm happy to let you put them in first. Because I didn't consider it, I just started pulling the wounded ones. But that's fair play.
that's fair.
Because I know I sort of said I start with them. I definitely wasn't trying to like game it out. So by all means, throw with the Patriarch.
If it's alright, I will put the
Please do. Yeah,
Patriarch
go ahead.
in there, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, he hits on 2s innately. So he's getting 7 attacks because of his wallet trait as well.
Very nice.
So
Oh
I've
my,
rolled
4 ones. Lockie's not even here, and there's still the dice are still going.
Good start.
Yep.
So then he is strength 6 right now.
So
as
3s to wound.
3s, and he is re-rolling. Okay, I'm not done yet.
Yep. AP.
So the 6 is AP minus 6.
Right, so
and
it goes
flat
straight
3.
through. Yep.
And these are AP minus 3 and flat 2.
Okay. So I get to choose the order to resolve them.
Yeah.
So I'm actually just going to choose the flat 3 first.
Absolutely. Yep.
I cop the damage. It kills the 2 wounded one. There we go. And then these are AP minus 2, you said?
3.
Minus 3. So down to minus 2, so I'm
Yep.
saving on 5s.
Yep.
And these are 2 damage apiece.
Yep.
I save 1 and fail 1. So one of them has 1 wound
3
remaining.
wounds chosen are tough.
This is amazing.
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and so now I get to choose to fight. I'll just choose the Chosen. They will pile in like this, tag your Metamorphs, like so. I'll start with the regular guy. He's 3 attacks base, +1 for each accursed weapon, 5 attacks. Because he's got 2 accursed weapons with the old twin lightning claws. Hitting you on 3s, but it's 2s because of prescience. And he keeps Huron's buff because it's not an aura, it's just a buff he gives them. So 2s with rerolling.
Check the master buff.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm still not in slaughter, so those massacre, I think. So those 6s are not exploding yet. Okay. And then these are all strength +1, +2 because they're corn.
So 3s.
So 3s anyway.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 fail, but 2 wounds, and these are at -4.
-4. Wow.
So
okay,
plus,
so 2
plus an extra from corn because of the icon.
Yeah, so 2 are totally dead.
Yep. And then I've got the black mace again.
Black mace.
With the 4 attacks on the sergeant, on the champion. Cool. So hitting on. Oh no, they are all in slaughter now because they count as everything because they're chosen now.
I don't think you'll need it.
I won't need it. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember all the rules, but that's an extra 2 hits with. Oh my god, the mace. 3s. All right, 4 1s again. All right, it's coming around. 2 of them at -3 because it's -2 up.
They're dead.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
They'll then they'll pile in and tag. No, okay, they won't tag the Patriarch because my turn's going to be next, so I can charge in and get the fights first. The Plague Marines, however, will. They'll all pile in, and they're going to attack. Now, as we found out, Plague Marines have 2 attacks apiece. There are 4 of them, and then there's a sergeant with 3. I can never wound you on 2s, so I may as well use the other one. They're going to be hitting you on 3s, wounding you on their strength 4 against your toughness 6, I imagine.
Yes, 6 with the.
So wounding you on 3s. Yeah. 4s, sorry. 5s. I cannot count. Hitting you on 3s, wounding you on 5s. I need to very quickly double check the Nurgle thing. No, ranged shots of 6 always wound automatically. And these guys will wound you on 5s. As discussed. Okay. Rerolling no fails because it's only for 1s for plague weapons. So 4 wounds. Plague knives are, I believe, -1.
It'll all be 4.
4 pin bombs anyway. Yep.
So. Oh, nice.
Love it.
Okay.
And then the power fists. You got 6 wounds? You got more?
I have 7, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get real greedy then. Go for the power fists. Hitting you on 4s. All right. 1 hit. And then 4 will wound. Yep. 1 wound. 2 damage if it goes through.
4 again.
It does. 2 damage. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got 5 left.
Yep. Okay. Now, I don't owe you morale anywhere because 3 legionaries won't take the leadership test on leadership 9.
Yep. I will owe you morale.
I think you'll owe me a morale over there, losing 4.
So I need a. So it's a saw. So I need 1, 2, 3.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. You're nailing the morale. Like you're fine.
I can roll low on.
Yeah.
I can roll 1s for days. Don't worry.
Chosen lost, I think 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they lost 4 because they lost 1 in the previous turn. So
10.
they're fine. Leadership 10. In the morale phase, they want a 4+. He'll suffer a mortal wound from the Icon of Despair. Thank you. Nice.
Very nice.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it.
How are you doing for points?
So I'll get
You got
2
brute
points.
force?
2 points, maybe 3. How many models do we have? How many
I've got in the center. You'll have more, I think, because you've got these guys here, which is just going to be more anyway. And then in your, I might have more in yours.
I've got down 10 there.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'll get. And
You'll
on the
score
whole
those
board,
two.
I'll get.
You've still got more on the whole board as well.
So I'll get 3 for Brood Swarm.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have more. This is a 5 man.
Yep.
then
You
your-
did R&D here, so you'll get 4 points for your first
How about
2
your
of those.
sub-primary? Did you kill someone in the center?
No.
Nope.
Are you controlling the center?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, all right. So we'll be back very shortly for Red Corsairs turn 3. All right, that was. Oh, look, I think it was a pretty good turn for me. You didn't really kill, didn't make anything
Didn't
stick.
quite do enough.
Which is
I'm
good.
in a bit of trouble now.
Yeah, so I've
I have
scored
to
a.
pray a little bit that you roll badly. But yeah, we'll
So
see.
I've scored a full 12 on primary for controlling 3 objectives here,
Yeah.
and more than you. And then I've started the action over here for Raid and Reeve, and I've made sure that I'm spread around a fair bit for Engage. So the Raptors that were back here advanced 5 inches, moving 17 inches up to here, and they can still charge after this because they're Red Corsairs, and they count as 2 models. So I currently have 4 models in this objective.
Very nice.
which is fantastic. The other Raptors just moved up here next to these guys, staying in this quarter to help out for engage, and just so they can shoot and charge them. This guy, as mentioned, is doing the raid and rev action, and so he will then leave back to my deployment zone. The Rhino just skidded on up here. I just want more bodies up here. I need to push to get some things into the near quarter over there to score engage on all fronts towards the end of the game. So he's just racing up there. The Chosen moved up. They've got options for charging different things. Plague Marine stayed in combat because they may as well. The Sorcerer moved up to be able to smite the Patriarch as well as to buff the Land Raider and the Chosen. These guys moved across. They completed their action here, scoring me a single point, and they are now holding plunder, or whatever it's called, holding spoils. They've got spoils of war. So if they survive to the end of the game, I score points having them in my deployment zone because I'm like nicking stuff. It's good. And they're going to try and clean up this unit back here. This unit stayed in combat because there's no reason to fall back. The Forge Fiend just made sure it's over here for engage. And the Master of Possession's just hanging out there, can throw some Psychic Powers around, do some fun stuff. Without any further ado then, let's crack on to those Psychic Powers. The Master of Possession is going to cast... I think I just want to throw a Smite and try and pop that dude. I should be within deny range, I imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'm just going to throw a Smite and, yeah, try and pop your dude who's hanging on out there.
Yep.
Getting it with a 9.
What else can you cast?
He can also cast Pact of Flesh to heal Demonkin and Legion models.
Okay.
And Cursed Earth for a 4-up inboln and mortals to charge.
You get a 9. Alright, so he'll die.
Yeah, he'll die. Cool. More points for Long War. Thank you. And then he will then cast Cursed Earth, needing a 7. Getting it with a 10.
Okay, I might as well try to deny this.
Yeah, this is the one you want to try and stop.
I still have another deny from
Absolutely.
Patriarch. Nope.
A 10?
What?
No,
10?
not quite.
Not quite.
If you had a +1, it'd be amazing. But not quite. So, the Demon Engine there, the Forge Fiend's a 4-up invuln, and you also have mortals to
Not
charge.
that I can hit him anyway. So.
Yeah, apparently not. So, over here, the Sorcerer then, who can cast 3 powers, thanks to Liber Hereticus. I've got Prescience, I've got Diabolic Strength, and I've got Warp Time. Warp Time is not really helpful. Diabolic Strength is 12 inches, so not quite. But I will just double check, Liber Hereticus does let me increase the range. So if I can make that 18 inches range and pop it on that Chosen Champion, would be
nice.
Amazing.
That's really nice.
I don't think it really matters here too much because you're so far, because I'm charging vehicles, I imagine.
Yeah.
But it would still just kind of be funny. I believe it's if I cannot find the relics in here. All right, here we go. Strats, Legion traits. Where are relics? Relics, page 113. Riveting content, just rifling through books. The Liber Hereticus. Oh, it's just permanently +6-inch range. That's amazing. Okay.
That's nice.
All right.
Warp time within 12. That's
Warp
great.
time's within 12, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, he'll try and cast Diabolic Strength, needing a 6.
Yeah.
Gets it with a Perils on a 12.
Can't deny it.
You can't deny it. I'll suffer a Perils, D3, for 2. And then he'll put that, yeah, I'll put it on the champion with the Black Maul.
Yep.
Black Mace, whatever it's called. I think he might still only have 4 wounds on a Sorcerer.
Okay.
Let me just double check.
They'll be up to 5 now. I think they'll be up to 5.
Sorcerer, yeah, 5 wounds. So he's down to 3. Cool. He's then got Prescience, which he'll cast on the, cast, and then try and put in the Land Raider, I imagine. Needing a 7. A 6 doesn't get it. That's fine. And then he'll try and smite that Patriarch.
Yeah.
Getting it with an 8.
So I'll save my deny for this.
Yes, this is what you want.
Oh.
Not with double 1s. Can you Perils and deny? No. Oh. D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1. That's fine.
So he's on 3.
Yep. Very nice. Fairly good psychic phase. Not really, but I'm happy with it. Carrying on to shooting. I'm just going to start in this back corner. I've got the unit of 5 here with the Mark of Nurgle, shooting these 5 here. I'll start with the Heavy Bolter. It's -1 because it moved, so hitting on 4s. Now, Mark of Nurgle means 6s to hit, because it's got the icon. 6s to hit, automatically wound, because they're like decay bolts or something. So hitting on 3s becomes 4s. Cool, so just 1 hit, sorry. And then wounding you on 3 Spring Drive. No, yes, 1.
Minus.
1 wound. I want to say -1, 2 damage on a heavy bolter.
Sounds right. I need a 6 anyway.
No, cool.
1 dice.
All right. And then there are the 3 bolt guns and a bolt pistol. 1, 2, 3, and a bolt pistol. Hitting you on 3s. All right, 3 misses, and then they're going to wound the 6 auto wounds. And these are rapid fire weapons. So now that I'm in Wanton Massacre, like the last one, or Slaughter, I think it is, the rapid fire weapons no longer get the 6s explode.
Yeah.
Now it's assault weapons, pistol weapons, flamer weapons. Not flamer weapons, grenades, I believe. I'll check. No wounds.
The one auto wound.
Just the auto wound. Yep.
So I need a 5.
Yep.
Oh,
cool.
Another one back.
I assume you'll make that charge harder.
No, whichever one. I think it's the leader. Oh no,
Oh,
it's not.
no,
Yeah, that's
no.
right.
Cool. Alrighty. Moving right on. He's performing an action. These raptors, we'll just put everything into them.
Yep.
So the melter gun. Hold on. Where are the raptors here? Cool. Yeah, bolt pistols and stuff. One of them will throw a... oh, they don't have grenades. Huh. Okay. And they're -1 leadership within 6 inches. Cool. So, don't have grenades, so just 2 bolt pistols. 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, 3. That's a wound.
I'll take it on and go and cover.
Yep.
So 4s.
Yep. The plasma pistol, not overcharging. Misses. Good thing I wasn't overcharging. Melter gun, 3s. 2s, but 3s. Nothing. Cool. The Rhino will just put its combi bolter into them. Rapid firing. And the Havoc launcher as well, because may as well. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 1 wound, no AP.
Yeah, taking cover again. Yep.
Yep. D6 shots on the Havoc launcher, but it's blast, so 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Oof. There's the 1s. And then wounding you on 3s. 1 wound. Cool.
Cover again.
Yep. You're loving
3
it.
saves. 3 6s. On the
Yeah. All right. I'll go with the plasma pistol from the... Oh, do I overcharge? No, it's -1 damage. Plasma pistol from the champion into the truck and the bolt pistol as well.
Yep.
Plasma pistol. Hits. Wounds on 3. It's a wound. -3.
I need a 6.
You do. Oh, that's all right though.
Yeah.
And then the bolt pistols try and knock that last wound off. Hits the pistol, so it's an extra hit.
Yeah.
And so the plasma pistol actually. I'll roll that in a moment. 1 wound to the bolt pistol, plasma pistol.
So you need a 5 on the bubbles.
Yep, so just the 1 wound to the plasma pistol again from the 6 to hit.
So another 6.
Yep.
Oh.
Does it explode on a 6? Nope. Cool.
Kind of wouldn't mind if it did actually.
It'd be pretty good for you, I think. You'd kill a chosen,
Yeah.
you'd damage some stuff, yeah. Okay. All right. So, the unit of raptors back there will then just put everything into the ridge runners. I'll start with the melter gun. Hits on 3, wounds on a 3. Yep.
Nice.
-4.
I have a 6 up in bowl on the
Yep.
runners,
Very nice.
which I make.
Hey, very cool. And then there are 3 bolt pistols. 1 hit, but it's an extra hit 'cause it's a pistol. Wounding on 5s. 1, no AP.
So they have a 3 up or a 4 up. I'll
Yep.
double check. It's
Alright,
okay.
cool.
Either way.
And then the plasma pistol, not overcharging here, of course. 1 hit, no wounds. Cool. In here, I'll have 5 bolt pistols. We'll just go into the Patriarch. None of them hit because of -1 because of combat. It's only on vehicles, isn't
I
it?
think pistols.
So just 3 of them.
So 3 hits.
Yep, 3 hits. And then 5s to
5s.
wound. 1 wound.
And
No
4,
AP.
4 up.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
Yep, cool. All right. Over here, the Predator will put its combi bolter and its Havoc launcher into the neophytes, and then probably should have moved it forward so we can see. Wouldn't be able to anyway. Then all of its guns into the ridge runners. Yep.
Cool.
So I'll start with the Soul Shatter las cannons into the. No, I'll start with the regular las cannons into the ridge runners, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 1 miss, and then wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
So I need 6.
Yep. Cool, D6 damage, and you're not -1, are you?
No, not on the original.
Oh, I almost got the 6.
So we've got 2 left.
2 left. Now the Soul Shadow ones. So I should have done the Soul Shadow ones because that would have killed it.
Yeah.
1 hit, 1 miss, and then 3s, 1 wound.
6 again. Oh.
Oh, D6
So
plus 2.
4,
Or D6 plus 2, so 3, 4, 5.
5? Yeah, so 4 would have killed it, but he's got 1
Gotcha.
left then. Oh no,
Oh,
he's
no, because
dead.
I killed
He's
it, I
dead,
damaged it
absolutely,
before.
Yep.
Does it explode?
Does it explode?
Come on!
No.
No. Okay, cool. And then I've got the Combi Bolter into the Neophytes and the Havoc Launcher as well. So Combi Bolter hitting on 3s. There's a cock die just there. All of them hit. Again, Combi Bolter, so it's a rapid fire weapon, so no... oh, it shouldn't be rapid firing, my apologies. I'll re-roll it as soon as it hit. Alright, 1 hit, 1 miss.
This would be 3, so 2,
Nothing.
3, yeah.
Then the 6 shots from the Havoc Launcher. All of them hit. Cool. And no extra hits there, because it's a heavy weapon.
Yep.
And they're, okay, 4 of them.
4 of them.
I believe the Havoc Launcher's -1. No, Strength 5, AP 0, 1. 1 damage.
Okay, so we've got 4
3
of the
4,
regular
5,
guys in cover.
Yep. 5, I think.
One of them's the leader.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 in cover and the leader.
Yeah. Okay,
Cool.
so we'll just do the 4 on cover then.
Yep.
Which saves 1 of them.
4
2
of saves,
die.
so 2 of them.
Yep, so 2 die. 2
Yep.
die and 2 live. Yep.
Cool. All right. Then the Forge Fiend is the... Oh no, and this unit over here. There's a lot of shooting happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, the Forge Fiend is just going to put... again, it's going to get greedy. 1 shot into the Neophytes, and then 1 shot into the Ridge Runners back there that keep popping into it.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Let me change that. The
Keep
the 3 Marines there we'll put into the Ridge Runners.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Plasma Gun and the Plasma Pistol, not overcharging, so I'll do them all together. Hitting on 4s, because you're in dense cover. All right, 2 hits, and then wounding you on 3s.
Yeah, D6.
1 wound, -3.
D6.
Okay, 1 damage. Then the Bolt Gun,
7.
both miss.
Okay. So
Cool.
1's on 7.
1's on
Back
7.
one. Yeah.
Yep. So the Forge Fiend will put 1 gun into them and 1 gun into the Neophytes.
Yep.
I will spend my CP. Oh, will I? I'll hold off on my CP because I might want to use it later. So D3 shots into them. 2, hitting you on 5s because I'm hitting on 4s and you're -1 to hit. 1 hit, and then wounding you on 3s.
Yep.
It's a wound. -3, 3 damage.
So I need 6 again.
Oh, so 3 damage.
3 damage. He's got 4 left.
Cool. And then the D3 shots of blast into the Neophytes will just be 3 hits. Or 3 shots.
3 shots.
Hitting on 4s because I didn't Demon Forge. 1 hit, and then 2s becomes 3s. 1 wound. -3.
a lot, so they'll okay 1.
I assume you take 1 who's not in cover.
Yes.
Cool.
So just pull 1 from there. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. There we go.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And that's finally it for shooting. On to charges. So this unit here will charge unit down here, making it in with a 4. Just in there. They needed a 4, but that will get them in. And then I will charge the Raptors over here. No. The Raptors over there are going to try and charge your Ridge Runner.
Yep.
It's quite long, so I'll roll it and then measure it out and see if they make it. Oof. Cock die there.
Oh,
An 11 probably does it.
That'll do it.
Okay. Would you care to measure that one out for me?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll make it.
Yep.
So 11 will get you, easy.
Oh, lovely.
All the way. So do you want to go around here, or do you want
I want to stay in range of the objective with as many of them as possible. Now, ooh. That means I'll be holding 1, 2, 3, ideally 4 objectives, but probably only 3. I think I can leave this one. So this unit of Marines over here is going to charge your
Ridge Runners?
Ridge Runners, I think.
Okay. How many CP do I have?
2? Okay. So yeah, that unit of Marines is going to charge your Ridge Runners.
Do I want to potentially...
With an 11 again. So they will thoroughly
I'm
get in
not
there.
going to Overwatch, yeah. I don't think it's...
I'll just get a Power Fist and 1 guy. I'll get ½ an inch and then ½ an inch. And then I can string back 2 to there and be within 3. So I'm still got a guy on the objective for after that. And then I will, the Chosen will charge the Patriarch because they may as well, making it in with a 5. They'll just jump back in there. And then the Rhino will charge your Neophytes.
Yep.
So they can soak up any Overwatch you wanted to throw. With a 6, makes it in. I'll just turn it around so you can jump in and ram him. That's all there. And then those Raptors will also charge those Neophytes. With a 6, they'll make it in. And they'll jump over here as well so that when they kill enough of them, they'll start taking the objective. All right. Now, I believe that's everyone who wants to charge. Now, you have enough CP to interrupt.
I have 2 CP, yeah.
I think my biggest concern is the Patriarch turning around and wiping the Chosen. So I think I need to start with the Chosen. Plus, it's cool. We've got the Black Mace all buffed up.
Yeah, he's...
So I think I'll start right there.
Yeah.
4 attacks on the Champion, plus Diabolic Strength for 6 attacks. This is with the Black Mace. So he'll be hitting you on... Did I get Prescience off?
I think so, yeah.
I did. Which one did I... You denied the something?
I don't think because you
didn't deny anything because they were all...
They're all good casts.
Yep.
Or perils.
Cool. That's right, yeah. Went off from the perils.
12 and 10, I think.
Cool.
The cast. Yeah.
So hitting on 2s, no rerolls though. Not that I need it. And then the 6 is an extra hit thanks to Wanton Slaughter.
The name is so funny, Wanton.
Yeah. Well, it's Wanton. They don't care. It's without abandon.
Noodle.
Yeah, it sounds like...
It does, yeah. Look, they're multicultural Chaos Marines. It's good. Now it's strength 4 goes to strength 6 goes to strength 8.
Okay,
so wounding on 3s. Okay, so 3 wounds, and this is at -2 flat 3 damage. So any of these fail, kills it.
Flat 3.
Flat 3.
Alright, so one at a time.
All right, classy.
So 4s as well.
Okay, that'll kill him.
Alright, well,
Do you re-roll it or do you? No, you probably don't want to waste your CP there.
He's done.
Yeah, cool. So the Patriarch goes down, and the Chosen will then, they'll just end up that way, but they'll stay sort of close enough to get cover if something wants to shoot at them over here.
Yep.
Cool. All right, would you care to interrupt anywhere?
So the Ridge Runners aren't going to do anything if I interrupt over there, so no. And then same with the Raptors, and then these guys are rubbish in combat as well.
They could mob Raptors.
I get 1 attack.
Oh.
Guy. No IP.
You could pop, you could drag 1 down.
How many attacks do Raptors have each?
That's what I'm checking now.
5? They should have 5, that'd be cool.
They have 3 attacks base, but they've all got chainswords, they get extra attacks there. So 4 of them.
4 is
and they're Slanesh. So they fight first, they charge, doesn't matter. The other one is Khorne, but strength and attack, so yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. What am I going to use CP for in the future is the other question.
Yep.
Advance and charge on Acolytes is probably pretty good.
The future is already green.
That's true. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
okay, cool.
Let's do it.
You'll be able to get everyone into
pile
it,
in
I think.
with everyone.
Yep.
So how many have died? So 3 have died.
Yep.
So we'll have 15 attacks with the leader.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them, so 15 attacks.
Yep.
Yep.
That's 9.
And I'm assuming all into the Raptors, you don't want to whack that Rhino.
All into the Raptors.
But don't want to bash
I just want to
some
get that one
tanks.
wound off, to be honest, reduce the amount of attacks coming in.
Yeah. Because that'd be a 4 fewer attacks is actually pretty good.
Because I will hold this objective.
You do currently, yeah.
So I need the points.
Yeah, that's fair.
So 4s.
Yep. Okay, not a great start.
No, it's okay. The miss, then the miss.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Cool. And then strength.
So 3.
So 5s to wound. Cool. That's not bad at all.
Pretty covered. Right, so 3.
3.
You know what? Statistically, we kill 1.
You do. 3 up saves.
I'll take it.
All right, 6. All right, 1 dies. And another one takes a wound.
That's what I'm talking about. That's 2 CPs
So,
worth it.
yeah, absolutely. So it'll kill a guy and move a wound. At this point in the game, I'll move a wound to the Melter guy because he's relevant. Cool. So I'll just fight over there now because we're talking about it.
Yep.
So they get 3 attacks base each. The Sergeant has 4, and then the 2 that have chainswords get extra attacks as well. So I'll start with the general moot guy. hitting on 2s because they're Slanesh and they get the +1. Alright, so 2 hits and then an extra one because of wanton slaughter.
Man, these exploding 6s.
It's so nice. And then 3 wounds on 6s. No AP though.
No AP, so 5s. Okay,
No,
so 3 so far.
3 dead. And then I've got 2 sets of chainswords.
Yep.
All hitting on 2s. Okay, I'm dropping 2, but I'm gaining 3 thanks to those 6s. And then this is going to be wounding on
T3.
T3, strength 4, so 3s. Got a cock die just there. Okay, that's not great though.
That's what I want to see.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. These are all at -1.
-1, okay, so 6s.
Yep.
I get 1.
Oh, nice.
So 7 dead.
7 in total. Cool.
Okay. I'll remove them.
And then I'm assuming you're going to have based them, so they're not going to be able to move around.
Yeah.
I'll probably only have 2 of them in range there, so I'm only counting as having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models in range.
Yep.
So you want to pull your 7 and then I'll pile them in afterwards,
my
because I might still be able to move a guy in
I'll
once
take 1,
once you've had to do that.
2, 3.
Start with the unit over here, they'll start piling in this way. So I'll be able to get all of them save 1 in.
So there's the 7. Right.
Cool.
Again.
1, 2, 3, 4. So over here, I've just got these guys fighting here. I'll just start with the regular guys. Now these guys are marked with Nurgle, so it's kind of irrelevant here. Hitting on 3s. Dropping 1, but gaining 2 because of melee.
Yep.
And then they're going to be wounding on 4s because they're just strength 4. There's no like special weapons here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 wounds at AP nothing.
5.
Yep.
That'll do it.
That'll kill the unit. I don't even need the sergeant.
Cool.
Cool. I'll pull those out there.
Pull them.
And they'll just consolidate into the dense cover because they may as well. They'll try and spread out as much as they can to try and screen the back here a bit. Cool. I'll pass you those guys.
Cool.
The Rhino will pile in here. Jumping in here, it counts as 5 models. Because,
Because
well, so am I here. So because we've both got obsec on the point, it becomes a contest of models. So
Man,
I
Red
count as
Corsairs is
5,
good,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 11 models on there.
Okay, well, 2C2 was not worth it. I thought it was worth it.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot the Rhino was counting as 5 models, so 3 plus, no, sorry, 1 hit, but it becomes 2 because of the thing. 3s, 1 wound, no AP.
5s.
Hey! Sticks around. We've got Raptors over in the close corner there. Now, I think what I can probably do is pile in and have them all be able to attack, and it'll just be, I'll just have one of them in range of the objective marker, I think.
Yeah.
Just like that, or even like that, so they can all get in. So it's 4 chainswords and then 1 melter gun. So we'll do the 1 melter gun, who's just like a mook first, hitting on. Now these are corns, they're +1 strength and +1 AP, but they're not +1 to hit. So hitting on 3s, but a +1 attack, +1 hit because of wanton slaughter. They're strength 5 now, but you're strength 6. Toughness 6, sorry.
Yeah.
So 5s, nothing.
Good.
Then there's 3 attacks each with the other 3, and then 4 on the sergeant. And then they all get the extra from the chainsword as well for a bunch of attacks. Hitting on 3s. Pulling 1s and 2s. Those exploding 6s are very nice. So I pulled 5 and then I put 5 back in. Cool.
26s, man.
It's good. It's real good. It's not something you'd spend
It
CP on
adds
to buff,
so
but having it
fast.
across the whole army.
Yeah.
And then this will still be 5s to wound because they are only strength 5.
Yep.
But they will be AP 2 for the ones that go through, and that's
a
incredible.
lot.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Might
5,
just
6,
roll
7,
them.
8. Yep, 9 of them. And these are AP 2 because it's -1 for the chainswords, and then because they're mark of corn, it's an additional -1.
I need 6s.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Just before. My apologies, they don't get the extra mark of corn benefit because they are
So -1.
don't have the icon because Raptors can't take it. So just the -1, so 5 save as
So
well.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4,
damage.
5
So it's still
damage.
alive.
Cool.
Got 3 left.
You know what? I'm happy with that. That's still pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And then, as discussed earlier, the 2 Marines that can fight over there will fight the Ridge Runners.
Yeah.
You've got 4 wounds left on one.
On the back one, yeah.
Okay, I'll start with the Power Fist then. 4 attacks. Their Mark of Slanesh with the icons, they're hitting on 2s, becomes 3s for the Power Fist. Okay, dropping 2, but an extra 1.
Back, yeah.
Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. This is at the Power Fist, so I believe it's -3, 2 damage.
Yeah, 6s.
Yep.
Get one.
Okay, so it
So
does.
that'll kill that one. Does
Yep.
heat blow up?
Oh, come on. No, okay. And then the other guy who's just hanging out. 2 hits, and then 5s to wound. 1 wound, no AP.
4.
You go.
Got it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. And they won't pile in and consolidate towards them because they want to stay on that objective, just for that bit of extra security. Cool. So now you can fight back with your 2 Ridge Runners still in combat. The big combat turn.
Right, so I think it's 3 attacks, but I'll just double check. Yeah, it's not looking great. Well, I have another unit to come in, so
You do. You've still got that unit.
It's not over.
Yeah.
But
Something to keep in mind when you're playing it, when you use the strat to force them to keep a unit back, it does mean that they're still going to have a unit to throw down next turn. So you got to keep it in mind.
But not much to support them. So yeah.
That's sort of what I'm trying to.
Anyway.
Here, yeah.
3 attacks from this Ridge Runner here into
Yep.
these Space Marines. So hitting on 4s.
Yep. 2 hits.
I have strength 5.
So 3s to wound.
these. 2
Absolutely.
minus nothing.
Right. So 3 up saves.
They run you over with tires.
Yeah. So the one who's closest to the Ridge Runner will take a single wound.
Okay.
Whoop, I'll
And
pop him
then
down
I will
here.
do same thing.
With the other Ridge Runner. Yep.
Yep. So 4s. 1,
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Cool.
That'll do it. That.
Yep.
I will wound. Sorry. Yeah.
Pass the save. All good. Lovely.
Cool.
I think you owe me a morale over here.
Yeah, I definitely.
So you lost 7 or 8 of them.
So
7?
we've got 4, 5. I think I lost 10.
You lost 10, and you're -1 leadership
I need
because
a
of the
1.
Raptors.
Cool.
Okay, so one of them runs. And then you've got 1, 2,
So
3, 4,
7.
5, 6 left after 1 runs.
So 6.
Yep.
1s or 2s.
Big dice.
So
2 more
I'll
left?
lose- So there'll be 4 left.
Yep. So where do you want to start pulling from there?
So that's kill all the guys in the objective because I don't have it anyway.
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
So those 3 there.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Okay.
Very nice. The end of that.
Is that your round?
Yeah. So I'm no longer engaging in that quarter though because
You're within 6 of
I'm
the
within 6 of the
center
middle.
line, yeah.
But I'm happy enough with that because I've pulled that objective back. I can engage on all 4 for the next 2 turns.
Yeah.
I scored the long war by killing units on multiple objectives.
How many points is that?
3 points for that one.
Okay, engage.
I'm not engaging this turn.
Nothing.
And then nothing. And
And
then
you control the center, yes?
controlling the center, yes. Sorry, no, I'm not engaging. I'm controlling
you
the
get
center.
2.
Yep, 2 points for that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So we'll be back for Genestealer Cult turn 3.
Okay, so we've fallen back with the 2 Ridge Runners. One's swooped around this way and the other's fallen back from the Legionnaires here. We moved up with the Flamer Squad. So the plan is we're going to charge the Forge Fiend and flame them to death.
Yep.
And hopefully claim this side of the board. The Drill Squad that Dalton delayed coming in last turn has showed up here and we're going to try and steal this objective over here. And then finally over there, the Neophytes have fallen back and they're just trying to help me get my secondary Brood Swarm.
By having enough models in deployment zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very nice.
So let's get into it. First, we're going to do the Psychic Phase. We're going to do the Magus.
Yep.
It's going to do Might from Beyond onto the Acolyte Hybrids.
Yep.
The Flamer unit.
Now, I think I probably
so
have range.
He's
Oh no, you've moved over
he's
there.
just moved over.
No, I don't have range there, but I do have a deny over
Pass
here.
possession.
Yep.
Okay. So just +1 attack. On
Yep.
the
Go for it.
Acolytes. Which will go off.
I'm going to try and deny that because I don't want that
I do
happening.
get a free reroll.
Okay, yep. I can deny a 6 pretty easily.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. I want
Yep.
a higher cost. The
Okay,
10.
10's higher. I'm
Okay,
still going to
paid
try
off
and
this time.
deny it. Going for the 11. No.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll smite the Legionnaires now. as
Yep,
well.
may as well. Getting it with a
Reroll.
6. D3 damage. 3.
3.
So it kills 1 and pops the wounded one.
Wow, that was great.
Alright. I think I'm just going to leave the sergeant because you've definitely got the objective there.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do that instead.
Okay. Then we'll go straight into shooting. This whole 10-man is going to burn the hell out of the...
He'll take it. He's good.
Actually...
He's got this.
No, we need to kill.
So you got 10d6
10d6
hits.
auto hits.
Yeah.
So that's 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Okay. So, okay,
Okay.
not bad. 5,
5 and 5. And then
10.
there'll be another 10 there. And then 6.
Okay, so we got
So 26.
26. Right.
Yep.
That's 10, 15.
Counting dice portion of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're really just trying to put down units, going for no prisoners and going for trying to, you know, stop me scoring
him
where I can.
Just holding this side of the board, really.
Yeah,
is the plan. Yeah. So
Cool.
here we go. I need 5s.
Yep.
This is only strength 3 on the hand plate.
Yep.
So I'll pull out the successes.
Yep. Got another 3 over here.
Okay, it's pretty
That
good
was a
actually.
6.
It's
There's
quite
5
good.
in there.
Okay.
Very nice.
So all of those
3.
at minus nothing.
And 10. Yep. So those are all saving on 3s then.
Yep.
2 fails and he dies.
Got it.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Alrighty.
That's that. We'll shoot the 6 pistols from these acolytes into the...
Predator.
Yeah, we'll do the predator. Why not?
Alright, cool. Are they flamers or are they just pistols?
No, just pistols.
Yep.
The one has a flamer. I'll do him after.
Yep.
3 hits. 1 wound because
Cool.
it's only strength 3.
They're T8 now, which is nice.
Really?
3s, yeah. No, he takes a wound anyway.
Sweet.
Cool.
Okay. The flamer.
I'll check how many they have.
4 hits.
They have
And then I need 6s with
11
this
wounds.
as well. So 1 more at minus nothing.
cool. 3 up. Loves it.
Nice.
They are 11 wounds, so I'll just
Okay.
pop them down to 10.
And we'll go straight into charges.
Cool. Where do you want to start?
So we'll do the drill unit, rolling 3d6, picking the 2 highest into the predator.
Yep. So I think I'm going to Overwatch with the Predator here
Yeah, okay.
because I think it's just worth it.
Yep.
I've got enough shots coming out. The Havoc launcher to begin with is D6 shots, minimum 3 because you're not more than 10. For 2, so minimum 3. Hitting on 6s, 1 hit, and because I'm in Wanton Slaughter, but this is a heavy, so nothing. So 1 hit, 3s to wound, 1 wound,
So I need a
no
5.
minus.
5 save.
Yep,
Got it.
love it. And then the Combi Bolter, 6s, 2 hits, and then wounding on 4s, sorry. Nothing. And then the las cannons, they're all identical to here, so all 4 of them. Nothing. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh well,
Okay, so 3d6, picking the 2 highest because of
Yep.
my proficient planning.
lovely. Oh my god.
So we'll CP that.
CP, the triple
The ones that I
ones.
got to throw.
Triple 1?
Triple ones.
Triple 1.
That's much
Yeah.
better. There you go. Oh my god. Oh.
Triple 1.
But you are obsec, aren't you?
I am
So
obsec.
You'll come in, you'll
Thank
steal
you.
that objective. Very
Yeah.
nice. Cool.
So that's why I CP'd this one rather than saving it.
Yep.
I mean, I would have liked to save it, but
Fair enough.
that's what it is.
And so the reason that I didn't save my CP to Overwatch with the Forge Fiend, even though like it gains better stuff out of the blast overwatching into them, is because they're already going to be suffering mortal wounds to charge thanks to the psychic power. So I thought I'd rather try and spread out the damage on incoming charges, because these guys can actually mess up the Predator with their drills.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine.
yep.
Okay. So then the flamer unit, gonna charge Forge Fiend.
Yep. By all means.
I think a 6 or should
Need to, show a 6, I think, or show a 5 even.
Okay.
Cool.
Big numbers. That's
6.
All right.
Yep. And now,
Thankfully.
now for Cursed Earth, because I've been charged,
Oh yeah.
I roll 1d6 on a 2 to 4, that's for 1 mortal wound, on a 5 or 6, that's for d3. So, alright, just 1 mortal wound.
So one of the back guys will die.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm very happy with that.
So we'll start with the flamer unit
Yep.
because
So I no longer have enough CP to interrupt.
Yep, you have 1 and then Ed
Yep.
has 0.
So maybe I could have saved CP to interrupt instead of overwatching. I sort of feel like the overwatching with the Predator is probably the better number of attacks to throw out. I could have waited and interrupted with the Forge Fiend. I'm kind of hoping that it'll survive anyway, so we'll see how that goes.
So I think
You'll be able to
one
string
will
back
be-
to the objective as well.
yeah, all but one will be fighting, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll have 8, and they're getting 3 each plus
Very nice.
1 for Might from Beyond.
Which did go off,
Gets
yes.
to go off. So
Cool.
4 each.
Very nice. And there's
yeah.
9 of them?
And there's 8 fighting
8 of them.
plus
right.
the leader. So that's
33.
33.
Okay.
Very nice.
I'll start counting out some dice here as well.
So I got 10.
So I've got another 10 here.
That's 20.
Yep.
And I got another 5.
So that's 30 and then 3. Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. It is a lot of
Hitting on
dice.
threes.
And these are all damage 1, aren't they?
These are all damage
So I'm
1.
not going to spend the CP to reduce damage. Yep. Hit on 3s. Very nice.
Good.
Cool.
And then we are strength 5.
So
five's still-
T7, so 5's to wound.
But I'm just hoping weighted numbers will carry me through this.
3 dice there.
Wait of dice.
Weight of dice. You got to do 6 wounds to kill it.
5s.
Let's do it.
Okay, that's 2.
1, 2. Hey, you good? 3.
Okay.
five,
There's a
6.
few- yeah, it's pretty good. It's alright.
Alrighty, cool.
For all of those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Fine. Alright, so there's -2.
-2, so -1, so I'm saving it on 3s becomes 4s. So 6, saving on 4s, and I've got 3 afterwards. Okay, I make 4 of them, so
Oh,
it can't
dear.
die. And I make another 2 of them, so it takes
Oh,
3 damage,
dear.
so it's down to 3 remaining.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Alright.
I've still got the objective.
You do still have the objective.
But I really thought it would die.
And, yeah, sorry, man, I'm just going to duck in here
No,
and
you're good.
take that.
Cool.
Right, but you do have these guys
do
into
have
the
these guys.
Predator Annihilator.
So, we'll do the drills first.
Yep, because
they're
they can
cool.
just pop it.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Drills are awesome, man. Terrifying. It's why I delayed them a turn.
So, these are the drills. So,
Yep.
these, if they hit, they auto win.
Yeah,
Just
which is
straight up.
amazing.
Yeah, great. And then -4.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's great.
-4.
In addition to that, 6s do 2 mortal wounds in addition.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
Hitting
give me
on,
6s. Hitting on 3s.
very nice.
Okay.
All right, more 1s and
So-
2s than you want, but 1 mortal
We'll get
wound
2 mortal wounds
in addition.
in addition, and
then
then 5
5
at -4.
-4 becomes -3. So 5 6-up saves, and these are all damage.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Okay, so you can't kill it with just these, but oof. 6s. Make 2 of them. So I take 2 mortal wounds and 3 damage.
Yep.
So I'm down to 5 remaining.
Okay. Then we have 6 more.
Yep.
Sorry, these should be in here.
Yeah, by all means, push them in.
So there's 2. Sorry, 3. 4. 5.
Yep.
Is that it?
And then
One
6.
more, right?
One more.
6.
Cool.
3s.
Alrighty, and now these are going to be wounding on 6s.
These are strength 5s too.
Oh, sorry, of course. Wounding on
Just a
5s.
helix.
Yep. I'm thinking
Take what I can
toughness
get.
8 now. It's great. But yep. Wounding on 5s. Got 5 wounds remaining.
So,
Alright, I'm counting 3, 4, 5. I'm counting 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
These are an AP
AP2.
2. Alright, so saving on 4s again. 5 can kill it. Alright, he saves 2 of them. I'll reroll that one's cock die. Alright. Cool. So 2 of them go through. So down to 3 wounds remaining.
Yeah. Look, even though nothing died,
It was
still
big.
got the points.
Yep.
So,
So the Forge Fiend will chomp back on you.
yeah.
Actually, I'll do the Predator because I've got the data sheet open. Has 1 attack. No, sorry. D3 attacks. He's got 3 wounds left. 3 attacks. Hitting on 6s. Get him. It's a hit and it's a melee weapon because it's the basic default thing. So it's an extra hit.
Okay. 3. Okay, cool.
And then,
I have my dignity.
okay.
I didn't get killed by a predator in combat.
The Forge Fiend has 5 attacks. How many wounds does it have left? 3.
3.
So it's hitting on 5s. I could spend a CP on Demon Forge to make it hit on 4s, but
Okay.
I'm not going to. No, I'm not. I'm going to save my CP for next turn. Hitting on 5s. I'll reroll that one there. Nothing. Cool. All right. There's no ongoing combat anywhere else.
That's it.
Alright.
Right. How'd you give points?
Is that your round?
So,
Give me your points.
I will get.
Uh,
Okay.
Brood
You'll get
Swarm.
Brood Swarm. I don't think you'll get it in the center,
No,
so
I
I've
won't
got
get
all
it
these
in the
guys here.
Do I have more overall? I only have 20 models. No, less than 20.
So you've got just under. You might not.
This will be 10. This will
5,
be
6,
8.
7, 8,
But
9,
this will be
10,
like 2,
15,
4, 6, 8, 9.
20, 23, 24, 25. I've got 25 models. By the
I've
looks
got
of it.
23, 25 plus 2, 27 models.
Okay, so you do have more overall.
So I'll get 3 points for brute swarm again.
Alright.
The secondary is a lot of bookkeeping.
A lot of bookkeeping.
You didn't do R&D this
Did
time.
not do R&D because I
Yep.
don't have enough units.
And you're not also controlling the center.
Correct.
And did not kill anyone in the center.
Correct.
Yep. Cool.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn. Yeah.
Cool.
At
So
this stage,
I feel like you've kind of done enough by putting off the points that I kind of want to play out the next one.
look, I'll deny you. You're still holding more though.
That's right. I'll still score maximum
So-
primary. This guy is going to run back here for Raid and Reeve. These guys come across, take the point back. Because even if they don't kill you, I'll bring a obsec across and have more
Yeah.
bodies here.
I think you'll kill them if you just
Plague
put
Marines
the
will pull back. I'll
Yeah,
raid
the
and
Rhino
Reeve
can
here.
go on the.
Yeah, Rhino comes across. I'll raid and Reeve here. I'll raid and Reeve over there.
Yeah.
And in fact, they'll try and get to there in 2 turns to raid and Reeve. These guys will jump here, raid and Reeve, and then come back here. So I should be able to do that on pretty much every objective.
I think regardless
Yeah.
of the points, I'm in a position now where I don't have enough
There's nothing you
to
can
do,
Yeah.
and I'm never gonna get R&D because you're not gonna let me.
Yeah.
Because there's too much stuff to kill.
Can you give me first the points for the no prisoners? Or at
No
least-
prisoners.
So
Yeah.
we'll calculate all of the no prisoners and that kind of stuff up sort of off camera, but I think it's probably
estimate was 4 points,
there'll be 4, maybe 5
Maybe
points if
5.
you can hit that 50 wound mark.
6
But yeah.
points if I hit the 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the problem is the primary, and I think
Yeah, having the Red Corsairs with the
the
counters 2
counters
models everywhere, the
multiple-
advancing and charging for the movement.
even the Rhino count is 5 is like
Yeah, I completely
It's
forgot they did
clutch,
it until I
like,
moved it
it
across. I'm like,
clutched
oh
it
yeah, it's
there.
10 wounds. It's 5 models.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And the 6s exploding everywhere.
That's
just
really nice,
adds
yeah.
a lot.
All the little marks on the units, like
Yeah.
I took sort of one of each and tried to show off different ones as they happened. However, like you could definitely build units to take advantage of them and make them really nice.
Yeah.
And make them real
You have
nice.
like a shooter unit that's somewhat good in combat. Just the exploding 6s just makes it better.
Yeah, it's a little bit extra, it really makes it work.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So yeah, well I think good game.
game,
Thank
man.
you for the game.
Yeah, my pleasure.
You still managed to like really push me on it. This last turn, coming in here, pulling me off both objectives.
If I'd killed both,
I think then there's
and,
then there's a game in.
you know,
Yeah.
depending on what happens next turn, if you get a bit unlucky, you know, okay, maybe there's
Yeah.
a game. But
Or if you'd maybe had a few models left over here, then more, or if these guys stuck around.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But at the moment, it's just not.
Yep. I'll be cleaning up places, scoring points everywhere. So yeah, thank you, mate. We'll be right back for you guys with a bit of an outro roundup. Yeah. Well, what a debut! New book. It was very cool. Yeah, as we're discussing, like the Red Corsairs specifically really suit the way I like to play with the double models, and the advancing and charging was great. But there's definitely a load of really spicy options you can take in the book. I want to try out all the different legions, do a bunch of different things.
Isn't it exploding 6s like all the time? And shooting, and it
Yeah,
adds up.
It just, across the whole game, you're
Just
getting
adds
so
up.
many
When
extra
it's
hits.
army-wide, it adds up.
Yeah, and there's like reading through it. It's on almost every unit. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. So that was pretty cool. That's it. You played your Genestealer Cults really well. We're having a
you.
chat
I think
about it.
I
You've
did.
probably only really made one mistake with it.
Yeah, I think putting the metamorphs in the middle was overcommittal, and then meant my second wave really struggled. But
Yeah.
you know, you live and you learn, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I don't
still
think
love
either of
them.
us were expecting the CSM to be like that tanky.
No,
'cause we're not
yeah.
used to it.
But 3 wound chosen, man.
We weren't chosen. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they got the new models as well. So
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
So that was
Very
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah, well played, and thank you so much.
Oh, well,
Ended up being 46-31, I think, at the end of turn 3. But as we discussed, it would have run away with it after
I
then.
think so. Didn't have enough left to keep going.
Yeah,
I think.
but it was good. The new Nephilim changes are interesting. Few SAP is nice. I don't need to worry about spending so many and remembering 50 million different strats. You pick 2 or 3 that you're going to use and you're going to budget for, and those really come out. As we mentioned at the top, we are giving away the book, so make sure that you've commented down below and shared the video around, all that good stuff. We'll be drawing that one in a couple of weeks when our next battle report comes out, in another video that comes out then. So that was all great. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure to join in our Discord and our Patreon, all that good stuff. You're in there. We've got some great things going on in the Discord. Loads of 40k, Horus
to be.
Heresy,
Yeah.
testing out streaming stuff. It's all great down in there. Massive thanks to Dice Arcade for sponsoring the channel and giving us all these books and things, hooking us up with all of these. So check them out for a discount down below for any of your hobby needs. Miniaturescenery.com if you enjoyed all the scenery on the board, hit them up because they do great stuff. Thanks to the Tray Tinker, our dice tray are all made by them, and you can get your own custom bespoke ones made as well. They're really just quality pieces. Finally, massive thanks to Think Loud Creative. We have a great time on set and does a great job with all of the production.
Love you guys. Thank you for having me.
And thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.